So shout out to all the unlocks.
Yeah, definitely been a thing for a lot of games, especially Grand Blue historically, right? Where we've always had a lot of really cool costumes, colors, and like weapons, and a lot of the time setups have not had them. So it's nice that we're finally there.
Shout out to TOs like Cagliostro, who grinded out 8 setups of full colors in vanilla.
This is Obama handing himself the medal.
I was quad boxing PS4s doing story mode. All right, so Goldjohn getting a bit of a bust out, but right back into the corner. LastLaugh, very healthy, lively, but we see now, okay, this was actually a super clutch hit. Delta Clock had just came available, and I think if you're fighting Beatrix, you need that Persona 4 Arena experience, right? You have to know when to drop your combo on purpose to not push them into Awakening.
Right.
And when I see raw Delta Clock, oh man, that's scary time for sure.
So yeah, it's actually very interesting,
Ooh,
right?
that should be, slight miss on the cup.
So the changes are obviously not final. There's a frame trap with the 2-2H. The changes aren't final on the test builds that they have here, but these are two characters with actually pretty decently documented changes. The big change, huge hit, but just kind of buffering a little bit on block, but Goldjohn kind of at that last bit of health and getting hit by the ultimate fireball, getting taken out in this first game for Goldjohn. But the big changes for these two characters, especially for Beatrix actually, is that when Beatrix enters 30% and gets that free Delta Clock, in the new build, at least so far in what we have, she no longer immediately gets Delta Clock. It starts at 0 and it builds up as if she had lost Delta Clock, and it also builds up slightly slower than it would normally, which is a huge change.
Also, she's one of the characters too who had benefited a lot of being able to cross up off of her ult TP to get out of the corner. That has gone from most TPs in exchange for ult TPs now being slightly faster and not safe jabbable, not cross up safe jumpable in a lot of situations. So that's going to change the complexion of rounds a lot, of like maintaining corner pressure. Seems like it's a bit easier. Of course, there are some Brave counter changes that throw them further away, so getting out of the corner without getting offensive pressure out of it is going to be a bit more common.
Yeah, definitely.
LastLaugh kind of having his way right now in the Siegfried, and again, we've seen that non-counter hit Brave counter, and LastLaugh checking with the 5L pretty consistently on Wake Up there, just trying to maintain this corner.
Yeah, LastLaugh throwing out a lot of counter pokes there, and then going for the buffer 2-1-4.
Yeah, easy peasy finish too. 2M into SBA, didn't mess around trying to do a full combo. LastLaugh with a pretty quick 2-0 there.
Yeah, definitely. And again, right, both players, a lot of drops, nerves, or whatever on the stage. Like we were talking about in that last set with Vaseraga and Zeta. When both players are dropping a lot, the player...
Just appropriation for the cosplay. What's going on here?
So, you know, usually there's like cross up low. This is same side throw.
That's
This is same side throw.
So definitely two characters that I think in recent times have been pretty well hooked up. Eustace, I think, is pretty well known right now as being a very strong character. Of course, with Insurgent winning Combo Breaker, you know, going through gods of fighting games like Callisto is a pretty great run for him. And then Lucilius, I think, is seeing a comeback. I think there was kind of a low point after 1.5 moved on. And now the players are starting to gravitate back to him. Nice check with the 5M there.
So I think talking to a lot of Lucilius players, right, I think the sort of like weakness of Lucilius is sort of that he is a character specialist character without the reward of being a character specialist.
I think the weakness of Lucilius is his teleport, not because it's a bad move, but because Lucilius players don't know how to realize that they're winning and they shouldn't teleport at you.
That is also true, right? Lucilius definitely has a lot of...
I'm saying literally that round turned around because Lucy ult teleported at Djeeta and Djeeta punished it. Like,
yeah, definitely. I think that Lucilius does have a lot of ways to die, like, on accident, right?
Yeah. You only have one timer left. Oh, I really like the fake out there. Just going for the dodge, looking for a BC. It did come out as Raging Strike, so a correct read from Djeeta there.
Good block from Lucy right there, actually. The auto combo 2 into the slide, that's actually a really messed up mix-up, right? Because you're trying to do auto combo high-low, but you do a delay low to match the timing of the overhead.
To catch the fuzzy block, Honestly, I feel like doing that, though, is a very respectful sign. If you're trying to fuzzy the other person, if you're trying to reverse fuzzy the person fuzzying auto combo high-low, you think that they're a good player who's going to fuzzy block auto combo high-low.
Right.
They're not me. I'm just going to take the overhead. You're like +1 or 0, and I'm going to mash after. What are you going to do?
Yeah. And Djeeta taking that first game pretty cleanly right there with that read. The thing going back to that, though, about Eustace is that even when he's sort of soft wrong, he's still plus with the green A. The green A covers the setup, right? So like you're kind of able to be sort of like a Picasso in this situation. You can paint whatever picture you want, and no matter what, you'll still be plus.
I think also, like, people do talk about how good his corner block strings are and how difficult it is to escape the corner pressure from Eustace, but it's not only good for the pressure, it's for building meter to get those old grenades. Because look at the meter damage. Lucy is sitting on, or rather Djeeta is sitting on so many resources, and it seems like right now Lucy is winning, but I promise that that is not the case, because right now I think we can actually, if we can get to the Raging Chain, but we are not able to. And this time, the correct read with the ult teleport. Clutch use of the
I almost thought the ball would catch the teleport there.
It did
really
earlier,
close, yeah.
But the timing was just a little bit later to let the first wave of the balls go.
And also because of his ultimate teleport too, it had a couple more invulnerability.
That is what got stuffed earlier though. Oh, big pickup here, gonna get the explosion. I like the delay to let him fall a little bit down, normalize the height. And again, the throw catching the BC attempt.
Oh, there's the overhead. Not quite a combo, a little bit of an awkward drop, but we have another green nade to cover it. And the chip taking it.
And there
perfect.
was yet another green grenade available directly after. So Djeeta looking good on set point here.
To borrow a term from the Melty Blood type Lumina community, Eustace is what we would call a reward character.
Yeah.
There's no risk. It's reward or you get less reward, but still reward.
Spending the BC, trying to get out. Only back to mid-screen though, and a great check with that giant 5M.
Yeah, now Lamia is up on the resource game here and gets caught by the ult balls and now has her nade on them.
Yeah, this time, whoa, he tried to move on. We were talking about not moving off of level 1 until you need to. Djeeta went for a bit of a call out there, got clipped by the Raging Strike that was meant to be a BC, and effectively lost the round for it.
Yeah, Lamia tying it up. This is versus 2, so it's anybody's game now.
I feel like the swings, like these have been very close matches, despite large health leads, you know, kind of established. Oh, that was kind of spooky. Good dodge on the teleport there by Djeeta.
So to bring in a little bit more like player fun factor, I've talked to Djeeta a bunch, and she is like definitely an extremely intelligent person, but when she talks about fighting games, or specifically this game, right? She doesn't really play anything else. It's almost like she's like rage baiting you by like pretending to be stupid. So like a situation like that, right? The ultimate teleport is plus, but she'll say that she doesn't know that it's plus. I'm like, okay, well it's plus, and she'll say that I'm not gonna remember that. And so the situation happened earlier, it happened again. She says, if it looks minus, I'm gonna press a button. And so that's what we're seeing, and now Lamia is up around.
Where my philosophy is, if it looks like they're scared, I'm pressing a button. If I see any sort of like timidness on the approach, not seeing that out of Lucy right now, just kind of making use of the great Lucilius normals. We're seeing that 5M coming into play a lot, staggering with the 5Ls.
And there's the Girardi coming out. Light little confirm there from the counter hit. And beats the teleport this time, but no full combo.
Yeah, might have been able to. That did hit very high up, so there was a lot of landing time before Djeeta would have been able to press the button, but it also was a counter hit punish because of the invuln in the middle of the ult, making that like a counter hit punishable move, I think. Or Lucy just pressed the button.
Advantage here. Throw, green nade. If
One
you get
miss
hit
for the
by
round? Yeah.
The reward strikes again.
Set point for both players here.
Yeah, now the momentum is back on Djeeta's side again, so it's pretty scary for Lamia. Has to find a way to slow it down, and there's the 5M mash to just start that momentum back in the opposite direction.
BC for the space, and yeah, you gotta respect Red Grenade. I think that's part of why Eustace is so good, is really any sort of knockdown, he gets Red Grenade pressure. Like, you just have to hold it. You gotta recognize that it's on the board, and a lot of the time, that's how you have to deal with strong moves. Sometimes you just recognize when it's available and don't mess with it. And the jump back there off of the command dash, able to seal it. Djeeta going to be moving on the winner's side. I believe this was a second round match.
Right.
So Djeeta should be in the winner's qualifier of the pool now. All right, so Satoshi, of course, Satoshi had a fantastic showing at Frosty Frostings. Really kind of, other than Incendiate, one of the people who really showed like the strength of Lowain, especially in North America, because this was before Japan had really caught on to how strong Lowain actually was. But we're going to have Satoshi and Icy Thought getting started here.
Ooh, unsafe on block, but not quite a punish right there.
Look at what they did to Karma. That's crazy. It's so hard to counter Karma now. It anti-airs. You can't jump it the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Recovers quickly enough that you can BC it, but it's hard.
Yeah. And like I don't believe you can really get a counter hit BC against it anymore, especially if it's the light Karma like there.
Oh, went to meet him in the air, but just air block. That was a great block by Satoshi, actually.
Yeah, good awareness from Icy Hot to mash immediately once you saw that Satoshi was also in the air. There's the HP to get out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like Icy Hot had the counter play, but instead gets hit by the HPA, now in a really scary situation.
I only like that if the Lowain's already at low health. I'll press a few H's into HPA and then try to like dodge my way out just to get some damage on the board.
Mod dodge right
Yo,
there.
the command grab. This is going to take a BC. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage. So both players sitting on one crystal. We're at one touch for the round.
Yeah, I really like Icy Hot has a lot of like good situational awareness for a lot of these situations.
Ooh.
Right there, just getting DP'd. Eventually it's gonna get let rip, but like I really like that Icy Thought 69 is they're in a lot of these like kind of scrambly situations and they're picking the right option, right?
Yeah.
Going for the JL air to air.
Also
going for that
changing the dive kick timings a lot to make it hard to parry.
Yes. And recognizing right there that the parry was on cooldown.
All right, caught by the 6XL, trying to jump out, trying to get in the air to dive kick, finally able to find it. Oh, wow, I really like that. Use the BC to avoid the ult, but because it wasn't that ult, wasn't not really able to get anything for it, just kind of made Icy Thought spend the 50. Yeah. Good patience on the stagger pressure. Icy Thought with a pretty nice advantage here, both in health and crystals and meter. But Lowain, one of the characters who can really refill his resources well, everything but the crystals. I think this should do it.
No, it doesn't go for the full
quite.
charge. Maybe with full charge, but the spacing was a little awkward, so didn't want them to fall out of it.
I do think that's also a situation where doing Raging Chain and spending some ults will probably end up as more optimal. You know, vanilla Grand Blue Fantasy versus an optimal punish mid-screen a lot of times was 5H into super, but nowadays you have so many more tools. Oh, wow, the delay to counter hit punish the parry and the pickup 6th up. Icy Thought playing really well right now. I like this.
Yeah, something I want to take note of. It's always really hard against Beelzebub.
Oh, no, all right.
I'm
sorry.
PC.
Okay, this set has made me an Icy Thought fan already. This is sick. Great Bubs gameplay.
In the right place at the right time, right? Like just looking for exactly what you need.
Yeah, and the layers.
Yeah, but something I want to bring to attention, though, is that Satoshi is getting a lot of hits, but not actually converting them into anything significant, right? Like right there, not going for the H awesome sauce to get the corner combo, a lot of random drops. So his damage is getting really, really low. It's just a lot of straight hits. Let's see if he's able, again, no conversion.
Yeah, and the TK dive kick out.
Yeah, I think Satoshi is looking for the ultimate karma right there, so using the BC to get out of it, but Icy Hot always going for the Unisonic instead.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this match has been Satoshi. It's not that Satoshi isn't knowing the matchup or anything. Like, there are things that he's scouting, and Icy Thought is just not giving Satoshi the specific things that he's scouting. He's always picking the other RPS option and being correct a lot of the time. Finally, Satoshi able to, like, stymie the momentum a little.
Yeah, and you know, like, true to Beelzebub's namesake, right? He's, like, moving around like a fly, just getting out of there, right? Like, there's the jump back. You got to deal with the dive kick. It's just got to be so annoying if you're Satoshi in this situation to deal with all of every option that Bubs has access to. Going for the auto combo mix, goes for the low.
Put himself in the corner with the 5U, though.
Yeah.
Satoshi, this is actually kind of dangerous. Satoshi on one crystal, nowhere near SBA to try to pop an HBA. What a bear throw. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's the specific call out when you do the H-Bros without going into Raging Strike 2-8.
And that should do it. Yeah, that's going to be the round. Icy Thought moving on to match point here.
This is a pretty big upset for the bracket, I think.
I think so, absolutely.
Yeah, especially 2-0.
Yeah. Satoshi was definitely the first seed in this
oh wait,
pool.
no. That was the first round.
Yeah, that was the first round. That was the first round. Yeah. But ooh, okay, not ready with the DP against the parry. That's arguably the first thing Icy Thought has not been ready for so far.
Yeah, but Icy Thought, ooh, it finally bites on the throw tag.
Satoshi needs this mix right now. He needs to make something happen, build the meter for HBA, and close out this round. Okay, that's big. This is exactly what he needed. Should be able to convert.
Oh, this is a little bit of a skilled combo, but should be
this should be fine.
With the HBA.
Yes. Yeah, this is plenty, especially with the real good chunk on the Ender. And the Ender does such good damage that you can see Satoshi didn't even bother doing the whole route. Just kind of cashed out.
You don't want to drop that, that's for sure. Yeah, tying it up instead. Now Satoshi has momentum going back. Just barely not able to backdash out of that dive kick.
Yeah, trying to get the side switch with the 668 there.
I see going for a lot of like instant decision making, right? I think that's kind of the game plan that's worked out for the most part against Satoshi. Like earlier against the H-Bro setup, that is the hard call out when they don't go for the gapless setup with the Raging Strike, is you do jump back air throw, right? As a hard call out. But obviously Lowain has counterplayed to that. But Satoshi is going for kind of like the layer 1 mix, but Icy Thought showing a lot of awareness of the layer 1. And
gets the unblockable,
karma.
And this is actually really good recognition of Satoshi has held crystals to try to BC to get out of that so far. And Icy Thought recognized there was no crystal available. There was really nothing once put into block stun by the Black Flies there that you can even do about that. Good dodge on the parry. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Icy Thought is actually sick. I am very impressed right now.
Icy Thought just has all the right answers. Like sometimes, eventually, you're gonna have to buy on the throw tech, right? So like things like that, it happens, and that's where Lowain is at the strongest. And Icy Thought once again waiting.
Yeah, great timing on the BC, finding the counter hit, because Satoshi, if he would have BC'd earlier, Satoshi could have just done nothing and let the Catbot do the work there.
Exactly, but then preventing the Catbot, so preventing like the high-low mix. Again, another straight hit for Satoshi.
Yeah, but the 5L didn't quite reach.
Yeah. But there's the HBA.
Yeah, you can't jump at HBA. Weird height though, Satoshi not really able to like maximize that, able to find the jab though and gonna close out the round. We're on set point. I'm honestly gonna say the fact that Satoshi is even at this point in the set also on match point with the way Icy Thought has been playing is pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. And there once again, there's a
I got the counter hit, not ready for the 5L.
Off of that. Nice
one thing that I have seen out of Icy Thought that I'm not sure about is he does keep trying to teleport behind heavy bros and getting punished for it. Oh, there's the mix.
Yeah, so that's
not going to have SBA. Oh my God, look at the crystal situation right now. Oh, this Satoshi needed that hit so much. Should be able to close. Shout out my local boy Hoodless from Illinois. Played him in Street Fighter 4 for a long time, and then I found out that he was like, he literally won the DOA the DOA World Tour. I was like, wait, this guy's like a god. Like, what? All right, so we're underway. And yeah, this is what the back and forth is going to look like with the tools. The fireballs of Siegfried are very good at space control against the bros. Lowain, though, has just a lot more movement, I think, than Siegfried. Siegfried moves a lot slower.
Yeah.
Primitive, though, right now, you see the aggression coming out. He is, I would not call this Siegfriedy, though. He is playing pretty normal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't safe jump that parry, but I think the damage was done. Primitive got his hits in when he needed to. Really good start to the round, but now Incendiate moving to the other corner. Gonna have a mix. If he gets the hit here, should have HBA available. We're gonna spend it, and I think it's gonna kill.
Yeah, so that was an important setup right there, right? Because that was the setup like we saw in the earlier set where you can jump back in air throw, and we noticed that Primitive did not go for that. And when that happens, that tells you a lot about their matchup familiarity, which means the rest of the set, this set play is going to look really scary for Primitive because Incendiate's probably going to go for some freaky, fake stuff.
Incendiate giving up some space just to get Capot on the screen with the 2-2H. Stealing a turn with the parry there, not afraid. And the staggers, Grimnir hasn't really shown a bust-out attempt yet. There's the counter hit BC, and he didn't even go for the, because of the inability to safe jump parries, he didn't even go for the side switch there.
Yeah, so the thing is, you actually can safe jump Lowain parry if you do a light normal while jumping in.
And it has to be like, it also has to hit late. You have to do the L very late.
And then you still have to cancel the spot dodge. Huge counter hit right here. And the thing is, Primitive is not even spot dodging on the ground, right? So he might be struggling a lot against parry this.
Oh, jumping out, yeah. You're not going to get away with that against Incendiate. He knows his character too well. That should close out this game.
Ooh, kind of a weird hit, but using that Raging Strike to stabilize just barely enough to take this first game for Incendiate.
No, really good recognition of the resources available by Incendiate, knowing he didn't spend too much early on, had that crystal available for the Raging Strike to finish it out. People kind of forget about that by itself, because of the low minimum scaling, Raging Strike and Raging Chain, and the fact that you can fit an extra normal in because they ignore combo limit at the very end, Raging Strike in itself is a very good combo ender.
Yeah, definitely. And right here, Incendiate has Primitive back in the corner going for the throws.
Yeah, he's setting something up. I was going to say, he's about to do something pretty mean. Primitive, though, able to find the great placement to bust out here. Down a lot of life already, though. Gets a hard knockdown. What a poke into the 2-1-4. You. Oh, no, the Raging Strike hit really funky. I think something was supposed to hit first to get the pop-up from the Raging Strike.
So right there, Incendiate was probably looking to link Raging Strike into another ultimate lariat. But actually, I think good awareness that he recognized that the Raging Strike hit too low. He pressed it too late,
he comboed
so
it,
he wouldn't have been able to link afterwards, so he just dropped it there and didn't try to waste 50 meters.
Incendiate on a roll here, though. 3 straight rounds.
Way.
I never want to admit that Lowain's fun.
Lowain is so fun, man.
I know it's a boomer take. I think that you should never make the funny characters good. Silly characters should be bad. That's why they're silly.
No, I agree. I think that grapplers and joke characters should always be bad because their player base is going to play them no matter if they're good or bad. So you're not changing the game meaningfully, you know? Whereas like the boring characters, they have to be good.
I'm stealing this argument from now on.
Exactly.
Thank you.
No, there's not a single grappler or joke character that needs to be good. Because the funny guy is playing the funny character whether or not he's good or bad. And he's probably saying his character is bad whether or not he's good or bad anyway.
1 meter short of the HBA. Incendiate going to have to go back to the mix-up board. It pulls out the grab this time behind the 2-2H and able to close it out.
Just barely enough to kill Southeast Asia, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, you can check that on their website. You can follow the tour there.
But yeah, the point being that Japan, Southeast Asia in general, and Europe have more chances to stack points than the North American players do, especially if they don't travel.
Especially at this stage as well.
This is actually a pretty fun matchup. I like the big boy matchups ever since Wilnas got added. 2 matchups that I think are very fun to play in and to watch are Vaseraga and Wilnas, and also Vayne and Wilnas. I think Vayne and Wilnas is a super sick matchup.
That's a
big punish.
Counter hit starter right there, punishing the DP.
And now all these ults are on deck. You really got to watch out. Just out of range for the ult fireball. Great walkback by Micropene here. Is he going to cash out here?
Yeah, going for the cash out. Oh, actually just spending the Raging Strike. Not sure why. You don't really want to give an edge to Vaseraga. Look what's happening.
Yeah, I agree with not cashing out the super because you don't want to leave Vaseraga with a bunch of meter and 2 crystals, but cashing out the Raging Strike and not refilling it with the super might come back to haunt Micropene here.
Yeah, because really, you want those BPs just as much. Like, Vaseraga has a lot of ways around Brave Counter, but you still have to use it, right? There's still spots where you can use it, and you really want to get him off of you.
Yeah, and of course, Wilnas not one of those characters blessed. Characters like Katalina or Vera with the 3-hit, quick-hitting DPs, they have a way to bust out the armor. Other characters just have multi-hitting mids, things like that to bust out. Wilnas is a bunch of heavy damage single-hit moves or 2-hit moves for the first part. Other than that, you see the Hadron Collider there. Like, if you have space to let that rip, that is a good option. But if you're kind of in mid-range where 5M becomes a threat from Vaseraga, you don't really have the time to fire that off.
Yeah, definitely. And that was a really good block from BSG. I know he does actually play a good amount of Wilnas. Not so much anymore, but he's played enough that he's able to recognize these situations, right? Like the overhead, so it's going to be a lot harder to catch him sleeping against Wilnas.
Look at the lack of commitment from BSG. He recognizes kind of the danger. If you get tapped right now into an ult, you're going to get side switched into the corner. Wilnas has that great ult punch for that. Yes.
Right here, one hit could kill. But instead, BSG going to get that clean hit to finish up this first game, going up 1-0 against Micropene.
Getting a little bit of my trauma flashbacks, because I was playing BSG in casuals right before this block, actually. And I don't know what in my mind would make me think it's a good idea to throw out a single hitting special when he has Soulforge available, and I would still do it. And I'm like, why did I even think? Use my multi-hitting fireball. Like, what am I doing?
Ooh, Micropene looking at the Soriz.
Yes, the original main. And I do think Wilnas is, I think there are a few EX characters that are not the actual EX characters. 2B is kind of like EX Yule. Wilnas is kind of EX Soriz. You know, there are a few of those. Siegfried is kind of EX Percival. Like, we have some things like this, but this was Micropene's original character. Soriz also, he was one of those characters who was, you know, like, getting shielded by other more atrocious characters, even though he was very strong. And now he's been hooked up. Other characters have been calmed down. I think, and we see Skill already qualified, one of the best players in Europe. I do think that this is a very powerful character.
Yeah, there's actually another, you know, gotta give shout out to my own personal region, right? There's another very strong Soriz player in this bracket, actually, in Tubby.
Yes, yes. And I always have to give a shout out to my god. Even if I don't see him a lot anymore online, Skip, the boy, the RPS god, the guy who has never felt, I have never felt more dumb than like someone was in my head.
Yeah, Skip definitely one of the GOATs, but yeah, I'm really excited to see a lot more Soriz representation lately. You know, this was a character that I made for a lot of the first version of the game. I still have a lot of love for this character personally, and it's nice to see a lot of players kind of bringing him out now. You know, a mutual friend of ours, T-Bola, has been on this character. Actually, his Soriz is very scary.
Shoutouts to the Grand Blue Cryptids. There are players who will not enter a tournament in this game that are still so good at the game.
Yeah, definitely. And huge conversion right there with the medium dash punch. Ooh, guard break, no BC right there. Once you block that guard crush, you have to BC or you have to hold it. But fortunately for Micropene, it wasn't too much damage.
Yeah, because BSG had really spent a lot of what he had just to kind of apply that string. Ooh, that was supposed to be, that was definitely not supposed to be 2H there. I think that was supposed to be 236H.
It was supposed to be 623H. It was the
or 23. Oh, yeah, exactly.
It combos on standing off of the H punch the stars now, which is a huge buff for him. But that is the second time that happened. Earlier this set, he went for it and got a dash punch instead.
Oh, so what a poke out. I think he's going to close out here.
Input errors here, but big tackle.
Yeah, didn't have the combo limit available. Micropene's last chance here. Oh, no!
Hate to see it, but BSG taking it.
And even Micropene just not looking at the meter, and that's the... I felt I was pretty good at Vanilla Grand Blue, but only because I played 25,000 matches of the game. It wasn't because I was a talented person. I had to grind the hell out of it. All right,
so you know, with a character like Grimnir, talent alone is not enough, right? There's a character with so much depth and like so much like setup and all of that. So there is a lot of hard work that has gone to this character. And even from him, like historically, even though this might not be his main focus now, it was for a very long time.
And he is a lap monster. And if you play tag games, you kind of have to be, right?
Yeah, I don't think like he cares about like neutral and footsies. Like,
he wants to do cool stuff. Cool
he wants to mix your shit in.
Yeah.
There's like this game that I remember someone once brought it up to me. Another commentator, they were like, okay, so if we consider it like you get a point every time neutral is played, right? Like in Rising.
Yeah.
And when Grimnir is on the screen, if the seals are out, does that count as 1 point? Is that neutral?
Or does Grimnir not get the point and the Seals do. Like it's
Right.
1-to-1-to-1.
Yeah.
But I will actually clear this up. This is a misconception I do want to make sure that people understand. Neutral is a game state.
Right.
Footsies is a tactic. Those are two different things. You can skip footsies. You cannot skip neutral. Neutral can just look different.
Right. But the thing is, with Grimnir, right, there is a little bit. Is this neutral? Is backdash twice seals neutral? Do we?
Absolutely.
It is a game flag.
Was there no advantage before he did it? Absolutely. We're in neutral game.
But once the seals
is it
there,
footsies? No.
That's fine. We don't need to play footsies. But once the seals are out, Grimnir has the entire screen locked down, and you have to respect everything. But there's a huge
Yeah, that was a big jump, actually. Get some corner carry here. Zane, of course, you know, not afraid to try to bust out, but he doesn't have the resources he needs yet. We do got to watch out for that ult tackle, too. Zane's not afraid to use the ult tackle for space and for a knockdown just because it's safe.
Yeah, that was the huge change recently. Making it safe, it's -4, but it's never throw punishable, even in the corner. And there's another throw bait using that seal. Should have enough to kill.
Oh yeah, plenty. This character still does a bunch of damage. And this is a good reason why. Keep in mind that if you are able to do the technical input on a non-canceled move, like a super or a special, it does a little bit of bonus damage. You get like a little bit of extra 10% damage there. When that's applied to a Skybound art, that's a lot of damage. That's almost 400 damage.
Yeah, and Grimnir has a lot of ways to link it to super. His routing is super flexible and a huge reason why
that was so
much damage.
He didn't even use seals really to like make that combo happen. That was such a sick route.
These are some lab monster routes for sure. Oh, if he went straight down, he actually might have punished that.
Yeah, good backdash. I actually really, I don't mind SAPPYROOK trying to use the 6SL to call out the advancement, but Zane had a very good call to just back out, get his seals back out.
Yeah, it's always very
Whoa,
scary.
what a pickup.
Not a full pickup.
Yeah,
They're taking
a little
out that
too high.
BC.
Great punish.
Gonna cash out. Had to spend that BP to stabilize the route there. So
yeah, you might as well, but at the same time,
it.
it's so scary in this game leaving someone alive with a crystal and an SSBA, and I think this should be not quite, yeah. One of the rare situations he should have just gone into SSBA.
Yeah.
I think that he kind of panic converted with Raging Chain a little bit,
right.
But SSBA, because of the 2 crystal drain, would have finished for sure there.
There is also, he did have a route there, but it is like kind of like an awkward route to do, right? He could have done micro dash 2M into H Fireball. It's like the sweaty lab monster routes that I don't really see Zane go for those, right? I feel like his lab monster is more towards setups than like combos, although he has had some pretty sized combos. It's weird because Grimnir has a lot of like cool combos that are actually very standard, and his hard combos are a lot rarer to see. And there's the catch on the DP. Just takes away the meter and doesn't quite get a punish though.
Good patience by SAPPYROOK there. Waited for the turn to BC out. And Zane, yeah, has 100 meter available. Why not spend some of it? Especially, it's kind of a one-touch situation. This, I'm not sure actually. This is going to be very close on if he builds. No, he's going to build the meter. Yep.
Yeah, but it's probably going to kill Rowlet. He's down to BP and a huge amount of damage. It always surprises me how much damage this SBA does. And like,
him and Siegfried, I literally had to like go make sure they didn't do more. Like I wasn't missing something.
I think it's just the way that the hits happen.
Right?
Right?
It's how it's weighted to the end of the
to
the end of the animation.
Oh,
no! I got hit. I got hit. Yeah, I also would have run into that for sure.
At some point, you're just like, that's the thing about a character like this, right? Is you're just kind of like annoying them until they make like a really bad mistake like that, just jumping in.
Yeah, that's a hard pickup. That is actually one of the drawbacks that Grimnir does have, especially off a lower counter hit 2H. You can't really link raw ult the way you would to pick off of the higher ones. Great stop sign there by SAPPYROOK, but still hasn't really been able to make anything out of it. Stabilizes with Raging. Oh yeah, but the combo limit was kind of cooked already.
That was such a mess up situation at the end, right?
Yeah.
Create a throw situation and then go for overhead. Like, because you're so focused on the throw right there, you're probably
ult fireballs, even on reaction to the flash, but it forces her to hold her meter and not let ult butterfly rip every time she has the opportunity.
And we all love holding ult butterfly, right?
All right, so gonna get underway here. Rowlet against Avidalarm.
Letting the intros rock here. Is this the poop color Metera? Is this color legal?
Do you watch? I'm sorry, he just made me think of Hotel Del Luna.
I've not seen, yeah. But like, I feel like for a while people were trying to ban the poop color.
Just because it's ugly?
Well, like, no, because it.
I guess some of the stages
it kind of blends in with
yeah.
like Coliseum, especially like Coliseum Dust.
Yeah.
I know for the longest time, shout outs to the boy Searchlight, who no longer plays this game, but he'd play Lowain on the poop color.
Yeah.
And it'd be really
No,
hard
she
to
really
see
is
bros.
like in that mountain. She's in the ghillie suit right now, sniping.
Fitting for the character.
Yeah, Rowlet, there you see Rowlet was trying to take advantage of the recent Fireball buffs from Siegfried, where his Fireball can now absorb normal projectiles and then keep moving.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't travel the full distance once it's traded for the Fireball. So you have to have the Fireball connect kind of close.
Big jump in.
Big jump in, calling out the butterfly set.
And look at that damage. Orkin by itself, if you get that heavy follow-up from Orkin, that's like a 3,000 damage special move, which is nearly what a Skybound art does.
Yeah, Siegfried really good at getting reward off those stray hits. No anti-air.
This seems like Metera is winning right now, but that crystal situation is telling me something a little different.
Yeah, now you just need to get in one more time and you're good. In fact, spend the
great
PP.
spend. And that should do it. Yes. Let's go, Rowlet.
Going to the SSBA.
Great recognition of resources, as you said, and the timing of waiting until there was a bit of a commitment, because all you needed was that counter hit knockdown off the Brave counter to get something started. Found the throw bait mix and able to close out the first round.
Exactly. And starting with the H Fireball, I like that. Just sending it. You want to hold down the neutral, get started on your pressure right away.
And this is all you need. You didn't need a combo there. You just needed the block string to get the corner, and now Rowlet in a pretty commanding position. Looking for the parry, but no challenge by Avidalarm here.
Well, I like that confirm actually into the
yeah!
command grab. But the counter hit far light into the 2U.
Uh-oh. No spend here, Avidalarm, though, not putting the butterfly down.
Yeah, no anti-airs here from Avidalarm, giving a lot of information away to Rowlet, knowing that she is going to be able to jump in on them.
Oh no, that JH. That's a pretty good button. Try to close it out. Yeah, with the 6XM. Nice time for the hop by Avidalarm, but a big uphill battle for Avidalarm right now. And again, the crystal disparity is so huge.
Yeah, Rowlet has 2 extra crystals to work with here. And there's finally the anti-air. Maybe jumping a little bit too much, but dropping it. You can't be dropping those in this situation.
And again, okay. Avidalarm needs to hit the, There was a couple of not just the drop, but also not using Raging Chain off of that 5L there. Could have killed off of the 5L hit. Avidalarm, though, able to kind of stay aware, not freak out over the drop. That's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
The hard part isn't, the drop or finishing the combo. It's not freaking out when you drop and immediately running headfirst into death. A little bit of a handshake here.
There's the mash out, just a little bit too far for that cancel off the second far light. I think going back to the previous run, I really like that Avidalarm kind of stabilized that one route. Oh, 60H not quite going to connect, but gets caught standing.
Held on to the Orkin too, so still has a combo tool available.
Yeah.
And this is going to hurt. Too high for the second hit. That is actually a fantastic starter that he gets now with the new 66H, but good recognition on the -4 there.
Patience from Rowlet, not really biting on anything, but gets
caught with the overhead.
This getting covered by the butterfly.
Little commentary curse. I'm sorry, Avidalarm, but oh no! You gotta finish this. Not like this. Not like this.
Accidental raging strike into the reset.
No, the stage nerves setting in.
Just a bunch of spaghetti all over for both players, but Rowlet, once again, when both players are messing up a lot, the character that does more damage per single hit has the huge advantage. And Siegfried, like you mentioned, the 3,000 damage off the H follow-up on Orkan.
2M into Orkan is just that's a super. That's literally a super's worth of damage.
Once again, Rowlet using the light fireballs to kind of trade fireballs and not necessarily even hit, right? It just, what it does is it advances you forward. It moves the line of scrimmage forward.
Yeah.
So you can get another down. Oh, horrible drop on the 2U.
I like that. Spend the BC, try to get that corner positioning advantage back. Rowlet has had such good jumps.
Yeah, Avidalarm kind of waking up on the jump-ins now, though. Starting to not let Rowlet just jump for free, getting a lot more anti-airs.
It's just the timing, though. At the end of the day, as good as zoners in this game can be, when you play some sort of Shoto-adjacent character, sometimes you just got to make a god jump, and if you do, you win.
I feel bad because I think I cursed Avidalarm. I said he was doing really good with the anti-airs, and then suddenly the jump in hit.
But it doesn't matter if you're in recovery, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't anti-air if you're in the middle of throwing a fireball.
The L follow-up on Orcon right there, catching that attempt at a jump out. Metera's up back is really strong, right? Because she can up back and then she can Zephyr out. But that Orcon L follow-up is so tall.
Yeah, and Metera has one of those 8 frames 2Ms, just a little too slow to really challenge the Orcon mix to really force usage of the parry.
I think something in the neutral I'd like to see more from Avidalarm is more usage of H specials. I think he's a little...
Using the ults a lot and the regular ones.
Yeah, but I think H specials right here, because an H fireball is going to beat Siegfried L fireball. It gives you a lot more leeway in neutral without having to always have meter. Crazy back throw, just disrespecting those plus frames.
Good block on the empty low and a good recognition of the gap. Spends the Skybound art.
Not too bad.
Ooh, went for the throw and the handshake again. This time Avidalarm recovers in time to block.
Cross up jail actually this time, but just goes into DP. Lots of nerves going on here.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that maybe was SSBA.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
you know, again, it's
just a grand. He's a Shoto player.
He's a Shoto player. So what he said was, you know, when you play this game generally, you have to be 25% better than your opponent to win consistently.
Yeah.
But if you're fighting a non-standard character, you have to be about 75% better to win. Which is, you know, I'm not gonna say if he's right or not, but I do sometimes. I feel like these characters have a lot of strong tools that a lot of people like kind of overlook. Obviously, we know Cagliostro is strong.
I will say Galleon does have the drawback of, like, a lot of her strength does come with meter. You do need that ult command grab available, not just for the ult command grab itself for the damage, but also the threat of the ult command grab. I think Virum is someone who represents that very well, of getting the 50, making you think it's coming, and then just playing to catch the jump.
Yeah, and I think this matchup actually is one of Galleon's really hard matchups because this is where her weak defense really shows, right? 6-frame jab, no meterless DP, and Cag is a monster on offense. She's probably has one of the most like varied strike throw in the game.
And you gotta laugh a little bit because early in this game's life, all the Cag players disappeared because she was no longer the Fortress character that they wanted. She was a rushdown character, and then a bunch of other people were like, wait, this rushdown character is godlike, I'm gonna play her.
Yeah, his name is Zane Gift Dream because he's a Zane Gift player.
Yeah.
He picked this character because he said, this looks like the best grappler in the game. And she is.
No, I've said that a lot about characters who are not necessarily grapplers in terms of being command grab characters, but the best grapplers in the games are the ones who can make you hold still so they can throw you.
Exactly, and they have crazy reward off their throws as well. Cag probably has the strongest reward off the throw, but DP 1098 getting that hit right there. It's
great check against the command grab. That 5L too, fantastic check button.
Yeah, RainbowRocks kind of controlling the pace of the match. There's DP1 of 1098. Will we see 1097 more?
Again, another check, This command grab, and this is kind of where you need to spend the ult, but you need to have the rocks available in order to capitalize off the ult. It is reactable to a non-ult command grab coming out of Galleon. As soon as the staff goes up, I mean, that's honestly, as far as relative to what else is in this game, it's one of the easier reactions.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
another
we're
reaction.
Just going, the reaction of going back to character select and picking a better character.
Yeah. Although, again, the movement, the mobility of Cagliostro is pretty good. And also, once she is able to get the rocks from the 5U stocked up, that in itself is a very good counter-zoning tool.
Yeah, especially thanks to her ability to use... Oh, and the backwards hitbox.
Oh. I like how the first one whiffed the other direction, but the mix-up was too real. Oh, no, and the counter hit 5H. That should be this round already.
Yeah, that's another thing about Cagliostro is, like, Metera kind of depends on Brave Counter to escape, but Cag has a lot of, like, Brave Counter safe, like, pressure.
Yeah.
So it just makes this matchup extra hard in that way. The things that Metera has going for her is that she does have strong zoning and can kind of keep Cag out. She has a great anti-air for that teleport, but if you're not ready for it, then she just kind of gets in for free.
I don't like Brave countering against Cagliostro because I always want the crystal advantage because she gets so much off of counter hit Brave counter that I don't want to create a situation where they recognize that they have a crystal advantage and they should just spend it.
Definitely. It's always Tag is so strong with those VP and really strong calling out right there.
Yeah,
the
she can just outspace the BC, and that should do it. RainbowRocks absolutely cooking. Quick 2-0.
You get the advantage after that. You're going to get the win as we go into our first match for this pool block in here, getting everything going. We're going to let those intros rock a little bit, get a little breathing room.
Katalina with that beautiful, beautiful sword. Let those dialogues rip. Beatrix, what you got to say about that?
High praise on here as we go along. I'm going to be kind of curious. Like, I'm a little sad that we got the UL cosplay and not the UL on screen. But you know, like, that's the mind game. That's the mind game, if you will.
I always think that's funny too in any game I do. Like whenever somebody comes up on stage decked out and they don't even play the character.
It's like it's all trickery. It's all mind games as here. We get the connecting flight in there, but not the follow-up. Try to go in for the grab. No, Die's going to get thrown out by Nelso64. Going to take advantage of that corner. Trying to go in with the Enchanted Lands, but no dice.
6-6 up, still the turn. Fighting out of the corner. Oh my goodness. Nice little stabby. Get back over there.
Yeah,
Toes, no confirm. That is going to work. That running H.
Yeah, love the use of the on the follow-up. We're going to get that confirmed into Skybound Art, but there's a lot of just ready to throw out against as Beatrix is like the Star Chaser, the projectile on there. Be like, I'm ready to hit those buttons where again, don't throw those out on me.
Yep, agreed. Trying to utilize that 6XL. Coming down low. Good patience on the side of Nelso. Finds the touch. Almost game. Oh, quick confirm. Using the pip. The final one on the side of Mikoto.
Oh, gonna miss on the follow-up on the U skill. That's gonna be very unfortunate here because you have no BP and you were only with the Just a Dream. I think it was just a normal hit in the end there, but the first round going to go to Nelso64.
That's right. Very well done. Right. Getting into round number 2 here. Game number 1, nice. Some corner pressure here. No, doesn't get the running H. And able to fight out as Mikoto, getting back to that mid-screen. Both players playing a little bit of neutral. A lot of patience on the side of Nelso. Paid out last round.
Yeah, just a little bit on there. We're trying to space out, but the Frozen Blade going to get under thanks to the use of that skill coming in with Beatrix. Going to try to get the corner. We're getting the confirms, but we're not getting the follow-ups. That's so unfortunate for Mikoto.
Yeah, there's been a few drops here. They're pretty detrimental. Tried to run up into the shield immediately was Nelso with the low to crush that real quick. Back into the neutral space. Mikoto trying to figure out what to do. Nelso not even pressing any buttons.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you crack an egg that's unbreakable?
Yeah, definitely, like, you're in the freezer, you're waiting for the egg to crack. You got to get in there and do it yourself if you want to make an omelet, and we're going to get that confirmed. Off the wall, break, spin it up with the hit into the corner. We're just going to finish off with the triple, the Abrask sword after that. We're getting the hits where they count, but we're putting ourselves into the corner as well.
Oh, wow. Mispressed, but didn't know the end of the string.
It happens to everyone. You get at least one. You get at least one in the set.
That is pain. That has got to be pain. Mikoto still with a good lead here. Tried to DP. Thought that was going to be an approaching neutral skip type move. Nelso did. And let it rip, but the fireball keeps Mikoto safe. Very good stuff.
And I get that with a riding free, being able to like forward approach on there. Just if you're feeling that out there, you can throw out the DP and make it happen. But you have other options on there, like the Enchanted Lands, being able to strike down from the Thunderbird early on.
All right, we do have corner once again, ripping that full string into a medium fireball to get that pressure. Try to go over the top, but definitely goes over the top. Not able to get the touch.
Oh, we're about to go over the top rope here, Royal Rumble style, with the way that we're playing at the moment. We're going to go with EX Star Chaser. We get in with the dash light all the way into the corner. Just going to finish it off with the with that like hit in there. Trying to go for the reset into the crouching low. Once again, get back into the corner, get that damage.
Little grab happy. Kind of giving up a lot of combo damage for one of the higher damaging characters in the game to try to get grab resets. And they're a little telegraphed going right under the fireball of Nelso. Don't drop this one, spend it, yes. I like it.
Yeah, that doesn't even, like, finishes off at that. The Mikoto going up one right here. Didn't even need any of those, like with the Yule cosplay, you don't have, like, you don't even need the third dance on that. You're just doing you're just dancing on your own with the Thunderbird, everything else in between as we go on. And the use of the far H, I love seeing that just because, it does go so far, and especially when you're dealing with Katalina, you're probably waiting for whiff opportunities.
Yep, agreed. Anti, there we go.
Oh,
no
okay.
extension. We could have got something off that, but that still works. You get corner, try to go over the top one more time. Lockdown here. Patience. Nelson not pressing anything. Tried to finally press and rode right under that one. Extended with the gold. Oh, you don't want to spin there? I think you spin there. But hey, doesn't matter. Either way, you get the repurchase.
Yeah, you might as well, like, you got that the sale came on later on. There's still inventory. You're able to close that out in the end there. And Mikoto immediately more comfortable in the second match. Once you get that first match under your belt, especially when you're on stream, the nerves are coming in there.
Yeah.
You definitely feel much more comfortable in the second match.
Oh yeah, looking way better. I mean, it grew over the games. We're watching that patience of Nelson not work as much.
It works both ways, though. Nelson does have the corner, just going to go right in for the throw. Half that life bar is gone from Mikoto as we go in back into neutral.
Back in the neutral space. Nice staggers, but a good tech on the side of Nelson. Let me get the toes off you real quick. I'm coming in hot.
Oh, we get into the
got
far.
the command grab.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Bring that Delta Clock in there. Wait for the smoking gun to hit, and we go in with the 2U. We do get the Delta Clock activated, but we don't get anything for it. We just watch the time.
Watch the time slip away, but will the victory slip away? Nelson has a chance. Thrown, no you don't. That will be the game.
We're dealing with red all the way through with the characters.
All right, Zeta. You remember her in the beginning of this game, dude?
Oh, I remember her. I remember that pogo stick. I mean, it's still there. It's still there. I think she's still in a really good spot. Like, the people that have been playing this character have been significant with, like, showing on there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be curious to see what happens in there. If you're able to, like, you got to lock down Cagliostro on there. Like, as soon as, like, make sure that they don't have the trap soul set up. Like, if they're trying to, like, wait for the spare body, wait for the timing, I think the Zeta could get the upper hand if you have that patience. That's going to be really curious to see between Topher and FlamingTeaCup.
I'm with you. You gotta chase the rat down and lock him down. But the thing about Cag is that wake up is something serious, and so is that anti-air. That's how we're gonna get the game started.
Oh, we're making
Sony is on.
Yeah, we're making a statement bright and early, and we're trying to dodge away from the dash L, but no dice here. Topher was able to go in with them, but we get the follow-up. We're just going to jump in, respond right in kind with the calculated coming from Topher.
Unfortunate drop. That is going to be a nice entry. Dive right over the top. Stop trying to anti-air me, brother. This is the second failed one. I'm going to keep coming in. There's that wake-up I was talking about. Very tough to deal with. Very, very quick. Keeps the ground. She's going to teleport away from you. There's still ways to punish it, right? But it's still a tricky move if you're not ready. Yeah,
we saw that happen early on, like trying to make that a 2U meaty on there. You have to go into the spare body reversal, but right back at you. Oh, we're not going to get anything for it. Neither of both parties. We're just chilling and watching the sights.
Oh, come here. No, the drops. Oh, my heart.
Oh.
Unfortunate. FlamingTeaCup is cooling down as Topher is controlling this game.
Oh, yeah, you got to make sure the tea is cool enough to drain for Topher as we go on. And we're going to get caught with the trap so very early on as we go ahead and throw out the spear. We're trying to go in with the setup one more time, but we're just getting like locked out from a long distance range from FlamingTeaCup.
Trying to teleport over the top. Man, my gosh, I forgot how good that check is, dude. Just stop FlamingTeaCup in his tracks. He thought he had a clean entry, landing in the trap. I'm coming over there. I'm neutral skip McGee, baby.
I think there's a little bit of unfamiliarity happening with FlamingTeaCup in there. Like, super jump into the trap and try to take the return back before getting rid of the trap or blocking on it. You've got to respect the trap.
Yep. You have to respect it. If you land on that bad boy, just block it. Yep. It's already over. You block!
And, yeah, exactly. Just as you said that, we're going to line down. Okay, you know what? You sort of harvest away. That's one way to deal with the trap, actually.
Honestly.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Oh, wait. Oh, we almost fully converted that.
Air-to-air pogo stick. Unfortunately, puts FlamingTeaCup into the corner. As fun as that was to look at, unfortunate in that circumstance for Topher to get game number 1.
All right, Topher. Cooking it up, making it very difficult. I think you just toned it down a little bit on your approach. You kind of got to be a little more patient against Cag. Cag really controls a lot of screen. And you can make your free entry all you want. The trap is still there. And once again, if you do not hit or hit the trap, it's going to detonate on you.
And you got to really respect the calculating on there afterwards, because I could go forward and backwards, kind of push you on from the range. You can't just like bring up the Infinite Wonders or projectile from Zeta and get out of that situation there. You're going to get speared.
Yeah. All right. We got us a nice little combo here. Drops. Could have got a little bit more. That's not going to punish it.
That should hit. No!
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
Spirit Body did teleport. I was wondering about that just at the end there, but maybe just felt a way. Now in the corner, though, you're going to have to feel a different way.
Right into the, oh. Just crouch jab at one time for me, please.
Yeah.
Just for me, FlamingTeaCup.
Yeah, either approach it, get the down block on there, or just do like just a crouching jab on there, get rid of that short side. You go such a long way in that situation.
All right, building up over here. Big zoning tools with a step through. Very nice from Teacup.
Didn't get a conversion, but we do have the corner into the 5U. Still going to get recovery just in time, but the Spirit Body onto the other side. Let's switch places.
Okay. Got some pressure here. Trap in front, gonna make it tough. What are you doing, Chief? And in full combo here, you're gonna spin, right, Topher? No, you're not. Want another setup?
Yeah, wise because it did hit the combo limit early on, but the invincible reversal, Spirit Body, set up enough time for the trap. They've been working very well. You might as well hold back. You got the life lead, and you got at least 50 meter for U skill.
Be aggressive. Topher tried to get a little parry action there, tried to get something started. Being aggressive before the trap came out, but back in the corner, locked down, and we got more pressure. The step through kind of worked there. I feel like that trap was still gonna hit, but either or, we have a chance to clutch here. One touch away from taking this set is Topher. Oh, yep, get up off me. Over the top, here we are, FlamingTeaCup.
All right, with the pogo stick on there, no system of it down. We're just going to use that BC, get out of the situation on there, hold back in here. You just need that confirmed. There it is. From this, you got like a lot, like you got the column, you got the long reach, and you got Samsara from there. You got the Celestial Dominion, your token on there. You apply the sunscreen and go for a vengeance. I think you can really overwhelm the main player as we go in. We finish our button check on here, and we begin the set.
All right, let's party, baby. Versusia, this is one of my characters too. I love this character. I remember being at EVO when they had her there to test. Oh man, I played her for probably 2 hours when that booth got dry, and then came home and just fell in love with the character.
Oh, nice.
Very good job. I love how she's toned down too. Now she's still really good, but she's not the insane menace that she released as.
Oh yeah, still can throw out a jump scare at a moment's notice on here, especially when you get the follow-ups available for that and being able to mix up caught, tight-toe ducking, enough time to apply the sunscreen one more time.
Yep. All right. Nice little pressure here. Good little stagger 6XL pressure from Tito. Didn't quite get what he wanted. Now he's in the corner.
Beautiful
Another
option.
throw.
Yeah, beautiful option from that on there. Like, just happy to go in there, be able to approach on the corner, just go for the grab, and be able to keep up that pressure as we go on, and was able to finish the job first round going to KTP.
Took that game with some strike throw mix over at the end of it, but I mean, this character has a lot of combo ability, so we have that on the table. Fireball gonna trade with the long strike. And back in the neutral space, here we are. Tito has a chance here in the corner, but backs off, gives some space.
A lot of tokens being used by KTP. We're at the arcade. We're going to go back to the change machine, get another one, but we're caught by the duck into the shield Q skill activation on there. Doesn't get anything forward here. We're just kind of tradable, trying to find those points where we can attack.
Tried for the overhead, and the spot dodge was there for KTP with no punish. Gonna catch with the Light Magic Series.
Oh yeah, using the column on there, like with the extra advantage on there to stop on the forward roll coming in from Taito. The second one does get its mark. We have a full Skybound art available on it, but the combo limp is going to reach first.
I thought we were gonna see it. Definitely could have did the job right there. And rips right through the small gap given. KTP recognizing that was not true. And game number 1 will go to the big Versusia of KTP.
Yeah, no, I know KTV's been put into work in a lot of North American events too. I think got 13th at Evo this year as well on there. Like their 4th at Boston Blue Beach episode on that, and a few others. So has been putting in a lot of work. So no surprise that we might be able to see them like further down the line. But they got to get through this match here first. Taito gets a little bit of blood the first attack, but nothing much else after.
That is so awesome. Very nice Evo placement. The Evo always has good Grand Blue numbers, so that's nothing to sneeze at. And if you sneeze and blink your eyes, Versusia will be on you with that back special immediately. Empty this time, it goes for the grab. We had a few overheads there. Long range with the tail whip on that heavy. Oh, we want the Oki? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, get the token right back on it here. Really good, but Taito does have access to Super Skybound R. Not going to have a chance to use it because KTP is moving on to set point.
Very well done. This is such a cool character. I don't even know what she is, but she's so cool.
She's spoiler alert. That's what she is. You need to play that story mode. Definitely recommend it. That's a good time for everyone who has not done that at home as well. As we go on for the follow-up, get that token applied one more time. Try to check it out. Just go in. Good old tried true. Worked for Grand Blue in the past. Works for Grand Blue in the future. Just tap into the throw.
Tap throw. Yep, that's right. Keeps them nice and close. Keep them in a dangerous situation. Patience here, good blocks.
Okay. I do like the knockdown on there, try to be able to take back Taito's turn a little bit on there. The challenge on the shield, going to eat one of the hits, actually get into the corner here, maybe trying to make it happen again, but we're just going to get denied 1 BC for each player.
I'm going to be 1,000%. How the heck do you not bite on that baited grab?
Oh,
he ran straight into the chest, delayed it, and then did the overhead, and no action taken from KTP. My goodness, from deep, from downtown, Stephen Curry.
Versusia.
All right. Let's party, baby. Headset on, CEO. Let's go. Big Versusia in the building. Definitely my favorite color scheme or colorway for Versusia right here. That good old royal purple.
Yeah, I got the royal crown put on her head as we go in, raise it on there. Of course, you still cannot sleep on 2B all this time. Definitely, she gets to skirt around some of the rules with the triple attack in this game. You have access to the pod. I think you have access to a lot of options in there with the big body that is Versusia to maybe be able to circumvent a lot of her tools just by hanging on pod, using some of the light attacks as you're thrusting back down there and maintain position. But that is if you can get the Versusia. The calm says no immediately from the get-go.
From what you're saying, I think that 2B has everything to match or rival Versusia. Button for button, range for range, they both have it. Projectiles, very good on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is not a character that's going to have a hard time getting in, but you're going to have the proper defense as we're seeing Elsa get rolling here. Good tech, but the corner is still here.
Yeah, and Elsa going for the attack early on and waiting to get the Celestial Dominion, the sunscreen back on it. We're going to get the follow-up, goes in for the jump and caught. Moru going into the duck. As we go in, we have access to the Skybound art. We're going to spin that cash.
Definitely spent that. Such a cool super. Oh my gosh. They put in work when they made this character. That is how you make an all-powerful being. As 2B has to step it up a notch here. We're going to see what Moru has. How do I say that? Did I say that right?
Moru, or yeah?
Moru?
I think it's Moe-ru on there. I see the tilde on there, so I'm gonna go on there as we keep on with the follow-up. Does stop the triple attack early on to go into the wire, get thrown into the corner on there. Doesn't get anything from the active buttons. Expected maybe Moe to get out of the situation.
Had a little bit of fear in his heart as we saw that back special whiff right in Moe-ru's face. He allowed a touch from Elsa. Elsa whip punish. Oh, are you dead? Oh my God, you are.
You are DED dead is what I see right there at the end there. Elsa keeping on the offense. No slouching on that. Going to get that first game.
Oh my gosh, talk about getting smoked, baby. That was put him in the pack. All right.
Yeah, a couple early hits in there from our 2B. That's with the big counter hit on the heavy. And we're going to see it again like we saw in that first match. Enough to get into the corner here. What pressure can you do? We're just going to jump out of it and take our turn back.
My goodness. Swiftly jumping over the top, blessing the cranium. What do you think you're pressing after the run ace? It is my turn, buddy boy. Good spot dodge there.
Yeah, still very active button on the projectile on there. You have to respect it as you go back to square one. Try to get out of that situation into the calm. Get thrusted back here. Elsa doesn't have to do anything. He has to watch for it. But we got in with the light coming in from Moe.
The slice and dice. Take it coast to coast, no space ghost.
Get the crumple state on top of that already. Reset, like back in it. And going to go in. Another counter hit. I do like what I'm seeing right now. Waiting for these opportunities, knowing when Elsa's wanting to press.
Definitely has woken up here. Good pressure. The super right through, and it's gonna hit. You know, I'm gonna be honest. There wasn't much you could do about it.
Yeah.
It's not like you just don't pressure. So, I mean, what was the option?
if you're waiting for that layer, like going to the further one, maybe you stop on that game right here. But, you know, it does work both ways. You're throwing out buttons on there. I can like find your gaps as well. And you can find this anti-air as we go into the corner. Perfect positioning for Elsa to be able to continue this reign of terror.
Man, very solid damage. A little bit of resource spent on there. Whip punish is good on the light. No, that could have been a kill, actually, if we spent the rest of those, that BP.
Yeah, in a significant position to make the final hit happen on there, so maybe didn't want to take any possible risks on top of that here. Now holding it down here, we're going about, throwing out the wire. Yeah, you know what? You can come to me. We can finish this Skybound arc. Concentrating on Grand Blue here. We got another vein, a second vein in the pool was not what I expected. So.
That is, you know, I'm with you. That's a character you don't see a lot. You know, I mean, in the ranked world, you kind of see him a good bit. So maybe these are the ranked guys pulling up. You know what I mean?
Love to see it. Showing off there with the 5U early on. Set up the shield. Luminera's not going to be able to reach out on there. Just goes a little bit too far. And I do like what I see from Dice trying to keep back Vera, but not for long.
Vera is an absolute. She's actually scary. Like some characters in games don't. You know what I mean? Like they're really good, but it's like you don't get anxiety or anything. She terrifies me. I think they could make a horror movie about her, and I'd go watch it and probably not sleep.
I gotta shout out my boy Zoma, also on the Vera as well, on the comms in a little bit as well, because you're gonna see stuff like that as we get to confirm. Install Vera.exe onto your desktop, set up the Luminera on there. You have the VRAM to make it work, but we're gonna close that program early.
Oh my goodness. Trying to close the show. Dice has just a sliver of health with punish. Running M.
6-6-M twice in a row on there, just making sure you're checking those toes on there. Round one for paid actors who go, man, we're going to try it for a third time, not going to get it though.
Boom, bam, chicken, ham, in that corner, homie. All right, no shield down. That's actually an interesting choice. Didn't really too much, you know, right there he didn't have enough range. I can give that to him, but paid actor, not giving him any space to breathe. A little bit of pressure here, over the top. Haven't really seen people use that little Magic series in this bracket so far.
No.
Finally presenting the overhead.
We might see that a little bit more with like some of the changes with Chain Attack in 2.0, like, or the next version update, I should say, rather. As we go on, paid actor taking that first match here. A little bit more patience on there, as it seemed like it's like has figured out what Dice is trying to do in this match so far.
Yeah, buddy. All right, Dice. Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
set up those situations where it's a moment when they think they can press. Those are the kind of things that Vayne has, the kind of ways he gets his touches. That's also another way utilizing the armor. Very well done.
Yeah, the best Vayne players I've seen like know when to use that 5U and like when to let go, which is incredibly important on there as we go in. We get the knockdown, but in the time to approach, the paid actor waiting for time to option into the dodge. Shield doing a little bit of work as we go into the throw, not going to be enough to kill. We send it out more throughout the BC, and that chip damage does the rest of the work.
A little bit of that shield shimmeroo, man. Got him with a nice little grab. That was very good. And everybody in the chat, I know you got grabbed too. It's all good. You ain't gotta convince me.
Oh, I got grabbed. I'm not gonna deny it on there. I do like that little that checkmate situation that Dice set up. That was extremely good to do and like show the statement as we are. But we're getting hit by paid actor all the way into the corner. Going for the reset with Luminera out there. Hold down the plus frame afterwards and another Darkane.
Oh, he tried to use the reversal but was baited and degraded. Paid actor. Yeah, I mean, you think he's getting like a,
getting royalties, I think.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was gonna say like, is he getting a Keanu Reeves type check, or is he getting like you know what I mean, a backup, I walked across the street with my dog type check, you know what I mean?
You know, makes a couple of social media statements about Luminera once a year, you know, like brings in the checks.
Maybe a nice Geico ad.
Yeah. I don't know if I trust it. Like, she is the disaster in the Geico ad, absolutely, on there. Just like causing the mayhem, as you can see. And this one more time with the Dark King. You actually get the wall bounce from that distance. I forgot about that. Another time for Luminera to get set up. Go for the throw.
Very good. Delay grab. Nice poke here. Staggering the pressure, making it seem like you can press. The paid actor going to take that one away with a 2.
Going to see that Vanilla Gran coming in. Well, now actually not Gran Blue, Vanilla Gran. That's a whole different beast. But the Gran that we're known and used to here against Zero.
Yeah, I would all, if I ever played this character, I'm playing regular Gran because there's no way I'm putting away Das Boot.
Das Boot goes a long way for sure.
That's a move, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see more of the EX characters because I think that's a fun journey, like to see some of the differences that they do with those characters.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do prefer the originals in most cases as we go in. Dash Light on here. We're ready. We're trying to get the strike on there, but the overhead option coming in from Zero, the medium noble strategy, going to get that pause and bring up the corner. Tried and true results.
We're going to do a back throw here for the cross-up. Yes, it's there. Which way did he go, George? He's on the left side.
Yeah, pass that Charlotta on the left-hand side, spin ball to get the round on there at the end. Nice stuff.
No, that was good. That was good. Oh, my God. All right, Darth Jesus.
Ooh!
Immaculated. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the dash heavy. You get the qual for that too into the reset. Noble strategy. And we're just going to keep you guessing. A little bit of a sway back but we get that far M into the conversion, and we have enough meter to make it happen.
Oh my goodness. Everything he does leads into Oki. It's just all dirty. Everything's a frame kill. Everything's a setup on him. Am I going left or right? What's going on here? Straight cheese. I love it.
Jumping in there with the light on there, just trying to keep it up, but we're going back throw one more time. A little bit of patience on there, significant lead, but you know what? You're never too far away from the spinball.
No, never. Not in the slightest. One of the things I'm loving here is when he's doing that back throw, he's now doing the dive kick, but he's doing that because he already presented, I'm going to condition you because remember, I jumped over you and crossed you up the first shot.
Yeah.
So now he's just, I can tell it's probably going to be the next one. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, we're going to have to see that in there. We challenge with the dash M, the low option. We're going to get punished for that as a result. We're right back into it. I like that. Just going in, it's like, no, you want to take back your turn, have a DP on me.
Jesus, yeah, have a DP on me. Thrown into the corner, walks his way under the jump of Zero. Darth Jesus trying. There he goes. Gets a touch. He's going to have to get everything he can off this. Another touch. Hold on.
Okay, all right. Yeah, plenty of time to get that Skybound art into play. Take away one of those break points. We go in, use the second one. Extra damage on the line. You're not even going to need that here, but you know what? We take what we can get into the conversion. Love that conversion from Darth Jesus.
So I'm not the only one that can't deal with the 6XL pressure of Grand. Nice. We saw a nice little DOS boot in that combo route. The issue here is we saw that you have great offense, Darth Jesus, but what do you do on the defensive end against Zero on Charlotta?
Yeah, Zero, I'm trying to roll to the other side here, testing if you're hitting that block button or not. You're going to get that wall bounce on top of that. Use the U skill in there for a setup. Afterwards, going to keep on the ground.
Nice, spin that pip, get out of there, front side. Zero, not biting. Oh, we're getting into dicey territory here. That one pip, 6-6-L to death, brother.
Dash light attack, someone put it on a t-shirt. Cygames put it on a t-shirt, in fact, on their side, the super Skybound, regular Skybound art, halfway to that life bar and keeping up the pressure in the corner.
Oh my gosh. Dude, Darth Jesus, man, he's doing a good job taking it to the dark side here.
Oh, they're like,
oh no, too many 6-6-Ls. Jumped in on, after playing a great round, had an opportunity to get one on the board. Still has that opportunity, but now Zero on 1-1 in game 2.
Ooh, and that was so good. Like Darth Eustace was in full control on there, happy to like keep down the pressure. Was trying to space out the gaps in there with the dash life, but Zero was more than ready.
Yep. Get up off me! Release me! Little one, you cannot stay in. Oh my goodness. Okay, just jump over. This is rough territory. Over the top, hip spin.
Yeah,
No punish.
The dash light's been doing a wonderful job of trying to keep Zero up on the ground, but now you're in the corner dealing with that U skill to keep that like plus on there afterwards. And again, we're not gonna get the follow up just like a little bit too far away. Just use that BC to get out of there.
Oh, ultimate DP said, please back up. And I like that too, right? He's super low on pip, so he used that one because if it got blocked, he wouldn't have ate as big a punish. Oh my lord, the damage.
Oh,
No, he could have did so much right there.
Oh,
Spot
okay.
grab.
Bro, okay, we're back in the game. We're trying to hold it down. We just got to get one more into the BC.
Oh! You said, wasn't somebody going crazy with this character?
Yes, yeah. Like there's a few things you can do. You can really challenge a lot of like some of the fairies game on there. You can you have long range normal to be able to get the hurt box on the whip coming in for fairy, especially that 5-8 coming in from Vikala. But that's not going to matter at the moment. We're going to go in, bring out GG for just a little bit and cancel it out. Trying to ring that Dormouse in there, but not letting GG strike.
Good old Gigi, the cat dog rabbit.
One of those. We'll figure it out someday.
All right, the zoning game is on. Rushed up with the bomb covering. Horseradish had a chance, but pushed away as B-Paw said, nah, I want to get my own mix on. Interruption, not afraid to press the buttons on either side. Snatch our Runeskis from full screen? Yes, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, holding it back on there. Unfortunately, getting outside the range, but also outside of the range of the ring and trying to ring the Dormouse from Horseradish.
Oh, you know what? You were talking about putting it all on red. That's putting it all on black right there, baby. And I'm not mad at it. If it worked, we would have been saying he was a genius.
Oh, yeah.
So either way.
But, well, we did see B-Paw just like looking at it and then just bringing out the whip one more time. Vacuuming on it right back into the conversion. Want to hold down in there. Nice use of the Dormouse in there to get rid of GG before it could strike on there. The dash lows coming in for Horseradish.
All right. Pushing towards the corner, but the long-range buttons of B-Paw keeping it from, oh my gosh, becoming detrimental. All right, backing up. Ooh, that was actually pretty smart. I like it.
Yeah, the last part of it still being active on there. Didn't get a lot for that air, but at least was able to stave off the offensive B-Paw.
B-Paw will not allow Horseradish to get started. As soon as they get a chance to get close to the corner, it's push back, get off me, and nice little pokey game.
Oh! Get exploded Acme style on there. We're just holding back here. Horseradish has access to that super skybound art.
Exploded Acme style is hilarious. Gonna get locked down there. Cat Dog Rabbit. Don't throw that GG back out. I know you want to. You're worried about some of the tools that Horseradish has here on deck.
Kind of vacuuming away, keep it to this mid-range on here, but it's just going to be chip damage. If you don't do anything about it, eventually the end will come to you. B-Paw taking game one.
Yeah, buddy. A lot of pokes going on there, man. Once it gets into a certain, pacing of the game, B-Paw just goes, you know what? What are you going to do about it? Just starts poking away. And right here. Oh, tried to actually run in. Gave up some real estate. But gets out of the corner immediately, and now Horseradish. My, how the turns have tabled.
Yeah, does go into the 2U early on, and up the set of GG one more time with the U skill. We rise above the competition on there, get the hit as GG comes and continues to help out. Goes into a combo limit pretty early on in there, but you know what? We get to try it again. We get to confirm. We don't even need the SBA to finish the job.
See you next lifetime, homie. We got one more round here for B-Paw to see if we take this one away, or is Horseradish going to wake up? It's been a rough one out here. Hard to deal with. Like I said, best fairy and some great buttons. These zoning tools are doing okay. Got to keep the corner for once, though. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, there's a main responsibility you got to do when you're playing Vikala, being able to throw out the items, throw out the net, and you throw out the Mario 2 rocket on there, and B-Paw dodged that incredibly on there. Gonna work on to the last third of the life bar. Baits out the throw, and hold on here. We got one more interaction potentially. Doesn't have the meter to make it work, do we?
Finally able to block the mix. Delayed grab is tagged. Opportunity. All right, what's the play? Kick throw, no!
GG wants pets.
Oh, that could have been a huge play. Was able to spot dodge.
We get some nutty action happening right between the two. Going in here, we got Galleon versus Narmaya. 2 new characters for this block. Let's go.
All right, all right, all right. As I said, yeah, you got your wish on the character here. Narmaya, I know my homies out there in the crowd excited about that one. Narmaya is definitely one of the coolest characters. He plays in fighting games. He always plays cool chicks with swords.
Yeah.
Or cool ninja chicks. And she fits the mold.
Yeah, and of course you got Galleon on there. A nightmare of a button is that 5H, and when you deal with it on there, especially when you get into a mix-up with the grab opportunities in there, it's going to be up to Kaze to be able to stop that from happening. The dash lights are a good, strong start.
Galleon is so cool. So is Narmaya. Oh, tried to go for a crazy mix there. That was a good try. Honestly, I don't know how Zero blocked that. Tech is here, delayed tech. This time it is not. Trap is down, but the ultimate DP.
Yeah, the ultimate DP actually snuffing out anything that Zero could set up on there. Get the level 3 meteorite anyway, uses the 2 levels in there to get back into the corner after the grab, holding it down with that 5H, but right now Kaze is not stopping for anything.
Definitely some good interrupts here. Spot dodge into get sliced, no confirm. What we got here? We're gonna put that trap back over low. Jumps over the top, crosses up. This is a huge combo here.
Gonna go into the reset, trying to go in for the throw afterwards, trying to be a little cheeky with that primordial grasp. And you know what, Kaze? What have I just DP'd out of the situation? It worked before, it can work again.
I feel like he noticed because he did the little shimmy back and forth as he was falling. It's like, you're kind of telling me what you're about to do.
That is definitely one thing. If you're trying to be a command grab character at that point, you gotta make sure to like the sleight of hand, the deception is at hand.
Yeah. Nice conversion here. Gonna get some good solid damage. Trap down again, yes.
One more time.
Oh, man.
Keeping it down one more time. The level 1, happy to thin it out with the will of the earth one more time. We're just like holding it down again with the Setsuna and getting nothing for it, unfortunately.
My goodness. What a round from Zero. That was crazy. The spacing in the corner, phenomenal. That whiff punish we just got right there with the unique skill, amazing. Very good, very good.
Yeah, like Kaze was trying to change things up there. We did not see any of the DPs trying to get out of the situation. Like, we also saw a little bit of anti-airs in that first match in there. Did not go into work. This time it did, as we go and set up into the change out in there. But we're going to go in one more time with the anti-air. Keeps on to the same side. Big damage.
That was a wild anti, I ain't gonna lie. He was pretty far on the other side. It's kind of crazy. Yep. All right, we got the throw here. A pixel DP attempt, nothing doing. As Kaze gonna take that round, and we have 1-0 Kaze's way.
Yeah, U-Skill Bedrock Blast, the only invincible reversal option outside of SBA that Zero has, like, in that play. So was not able to get anything for it. Got that punished. Kaze getting game number 1. I like what I'm seeing. Challenging a lot of the normals that Galleon has.
No, 1,000%. Doing a very good job utilizing the resources and smothering when given the opportunity. But here we are. We had some smothering offense from Zero last time. We're going to see. Nice. It's a pickup. Wasn't quite ready this time around. Spin some of that ultimate meter. Interesting.
Yeah. And
straight back into the trap, being on level 3.
Oh, there we go. Clap your hands, say yeah, bring it on the down, and you get the follow-up because he had Meteorite in place. That's a perfect zip.
Bro, Risky, you gotta chill, bro. Okay. Oh my god. All right. We're getting into this next round here as we have Zero with a nice solid lead. Kaze tried to go front side, actually. I thought that was gonna be a cross-up.
Don't need a cross-up when you got the back throw on deck here. Meteorite's coming out to play one more time, and challenges on it with the low, but it's gonna be 5H winning the job for Galleon.
Definitely. All right, boom, nice pickup here. Solid damage. What a route. Love what I'm seeing here. Still going and flowing. Trap is there. Oh, Normaya going to win that exchange from range.
Yeah, missed the opportunity, was too far away, so Kaze was able to follow up on it. Nice dodge in there into the 5U! Oh my goodness, I did not think that was going to hit, but Sierra definitely made great use of that.
Very well done. Solid, solid, swift game. I mean, that one was quick. And we have 1-1 here.
And it's not to say that Kaze's been definitely challenging a little bit of it. Sierra just turned it up to 11.
Oh, yeah. That is what I call a tick throw right there. A lot of damage on that command grab. DP is good. Clash. Clash straight into the unique is definitely a choice. I feel like if there was a double jab there from Kaze's side, it would have turned out a little bad, but we are definitely in the driver's seat as I'm trying to take it home. Oh my gosh, ultimate command grab attempt with the jump out. Kaze getting it cooking in the mid stage. Dropulation station.
Yeah, Kaze got the restand, but not much else afterwards here. Will of the Earth is going to bounce off the wall, but Sierra's not going to able to continue the combo.
Unfortunate stuff here. You had a chance. Oh my gosh, ripping the DP. And Zero said, I'm too far away for that one. Buddy, I don't know who you're reaching for.
We're trying to reach for the compliments on here with this, trying to get into the next phase of the bracket. Set point for Sierra as we go and challenging with the dash low.
All right, nice. We have a good tech there. Pressure still on from Kaze. Delay, beautiful. Another delay. Lockdown. Scared of the trap. Comes in hot.
Dash heavy is going to put in the work, but doesn't. Just resets up on the meteorites, ready to go. Like if we set up another level on there afterwards, replace it.
Nice grab here. Crossed up, finally. Has gone front side almost every time. Been the right resources, barring a drop. We got it. Health bar gone. 1 round apiece. Final round to find out who stays on the winner side of the bracket.
It's what I want to see. I want to see these go down to the limit, especially when the players have been playing to their limit on here as well. Going to go in with the back throw. Just a nice little dodge coming in from Sierra as we go in, trying to approach it in there. The DP comes out. Kaze spinning a little bit of that EX. And there, I have to hold it back down with the meteorite from Zero.
Trying to hold it down. 6XL to stop the approach of Kaze. Dropping.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, restarted both times. Kaze wanted to press and just kept getting clipped by the 5H.
Now we got the corner, but we got waiting for the U skill, the side switch on there. Use the BC, none. No bravery points left for Sierra, so it's going to be incredible damage. This is going to be it.
And that's it, Kaze! Bringing it home.
Oh.
Raging strike on the missing.
Hey, I'm on stream. Check this out.
You ever had one of those button checks where you can tell the guy's trying to hit you, but he's acting like he's just hitting buttons?
And it's like, oh, this is personal now. And we got Phonics and realize Phonics on the Eustace, our first one on the stream here so far. This is one of my favorite characters in the game to watch, especially like with some of the players that you've been able to see. Being able to kind of get switch out from the Flamex strike into the rat race for the grenades and kind of keeping it going.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to really hold down, keep Rosetta outside your flight zone if you want to make this happen, though.
That's it. That's it. In this character, though, I mean, he really can lock you down, and Phonics is no stranger to doing that. He will make you think about every choice you make.
Oh.
Delay, baby.
Yeah, hold it down. You want to do the Rhapsody? I don't play that game. Into the green. Rat race one more time. Gets to confirm into low. Phonics is on a roll.
Yeah, I've played Phonics I haven't played him in like a bracket or anything in this game. I've never competed in this game, but I've played Phonics in ranked. Scraped
Oh.
it. It's like no other Eustace is not, I won't say none, but like most of the time Eustace doesn't scare me. This dude, the way that he delays and creates his pressure, it's terrifying.
Yeah, 100% on there. But realize, also no slouch to the video game as well. It's got access to the corner here. Checking out with the empty low on there afterwards here. Trying to check out the dash light, but no, not going to have it anymore. Put on the red rat race, apply it on there, and you're going to get it there thanks to the orbs.
Pressure's on. Good job utilizing the parry. Get up out of there. Combo is here. We have corner. Oh, shimmy with the ultimate fireball though?
Oh, more than ready and able to continue it on there with the combo limit at the end. Get that extra damage as a result of the special.
Frame kill with the last second overhead there. That is rough. He was so ready with that spot dodge. And you could potentially die for that. No, blew the meter out.
One more.
What?
We mash it out there. We don't care about your green rat race. We don't care about you doing the reset up on there afterwards. I care about getting that victory, that dot on my side.
That was insanity. Okay, 1 round apiece here, game 1. Fawning. Getting some touches here with no big confirms. Has a small little health bleed. And now, Real Ice going at it. Corner is here.
Corner is here. SBA is available on it. We're going to spin up that U skill, get down to half of that life bar. Try to go in for the throw, but nothing for it.
Spending the ultimate DP to get out of that corner. What a check right there from Real Ice. Not allowing Phonics to start that 6XL pressure. What a spot dodge. This guy is on fire. Real Ice playing a very, very good defensive game, though.
Yep.
Wow.
Get the bounce on there afterwards. It actually gets a clean jump in afterwards. Doesn't have to do any shenanigans. Doesn't have to do anything else. It's going to be game number 1 for Real Ice.
Man, Real Ice in his bag. Playing really, really well with this setup, man. This character, I mean, look, so one of the things that was so crazy about her was her damage output, but it was also those ultimate skill conversions. And we got to see one of those. That was like a season 1 conversion we just saw. Didn't do as much damage as you would want. It doesn't do as much as it used to, but it was still very useful in sealing that game for Real Ice. Bomb down in this next game. Phonics has a health lead, has corner, and being way more aggressive than we saw before.
Yeah, 100% on there. We saw that Real Ice try to go in for the red rat, the Rhapsody on the red rat race on there afterwards here. After that, it's just going to be all Phonics going in. Doesn't just use a normal SBA. Finish the job with a perfect on hand.
Sweet Honolulu. And you know, this is one of those things where you start playing like this because the guy wakes up and he taps you, right? So now you're like, you know what? Tired of your mess, man.
Absolutely. Flamex Strike going to reach out, going to keep down the orb. Could have had an opportunity to get a unblockable attack on there, keeping Zeta in the air, but doesn't get anything for it. Unfortunate.
Very well-timed jump so far from Real Ice. He's really coming in clean whenever you see Phonics trying to set up a good zoning establishment. My goodness, the 6XL getting it rolling here. Let me get some of that damage off you. I love it.
Into the reset, checking out with the low afterwards. Doesn't get anything for it or beyond the approach, but the Spear of Harvest is ready to strike whenever.
Red bomb on. Detonated. This is going to hurt, brother. That was peak height. He's going to get such a good route. Oh, decides to stop early.
Oh, that was almost a perfect route, actually. That's just a normal Eustace combo. Zeta was just helping out there.
All right, has the bomb on. Good poke, good poke. Real Ice still has a chance, has to play some good defense. Caught on the way up and out.
Okay.
And that is going to be 1-1. Phonics on the board.
Yeah, this is also to qualify out of pools to get into round 2 as well. So you know the battles are going to be vicious. They want to get that later time slot on their side.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, you can tell. Look at them. Both thinking about it. They don't want to get in there too quick. I understand it. Gather your thoughts. Rest your fingers. Here we are, game number 3 underway. A good parry there from Real Ice. As we have corner, solid damage. Could have had another combo there. Phonics was not ready for it.
Yeah, wasn't quite ready, but we're spinning that EX. All three of them being used in short order with the orb on top of that. Happy to go in for the ground throw. Going to take over the left-hand side of the stage in there. Real Ice has been trying to go in for the Rhapsody on the red rat race twice. Still applies it on there afterwards. This time making its mark. He's trying to get back into neutral.
Oh yeah, just rip the skill. rip the Skybound. Oh, it trades. Unfortunate.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a clean hit as well. So understandable in the circumstance on here. They're going to spin the last of that BP just to finish the job. And Phonics is on set point now, Zip.
Phonics on set point. That is, that's gotta hurt, but you gotta keep your mental on lock. Keep your head in the game, and don't let that discourage you. Real Ice still has a chance here. Phonics 1 round away from closing this out.
Light rat race on there into the heavy one on there. Going to keep it plus. I like to use the Brave counter on there. Do not give them their turn back.
Bomb down. That's been working out. This time we see Real Ice not go for the dive kick, so the back shot does not hit.
Leaving it like also getting away from the orbs as well, just letting the red race go all the way through. We got the Infinite Wonders. We're going to take control of that corner, and we're going to block on the U skill. DP, hold on here. Real Ice may have an opportunity to turn things around.
Big damage. Big damage. Little Shim Sham with the 6XL. Are you dead? I think so.
I think you got one more interaction with the way that goes. Combo limit. You know what? U skill DP, get out of the situation. Understandable.
Ooh, that's a big hit. Big hit.
Gonna build up the, like, just does nothing in there. Has 50% meter to do it. U skill
Oh
doesn't even need it. Happy to go in for the confirm in the end. It's going to be on the fist bump. Phonics bringing Real Ice down into the loser's bracket.
Yo, you can hear the crowd, man. This character right here. This character is actually something else, dude. I'm going to be completely honest, and I've been saying this for a long time.
Believe in victory.
You cannot have supers that operate like this. You cannot do
Let
this.
the people know, Zip.
You can't do this.
And when the game for when the human pyramid attack first came out and played like it did, it's like, oh, how come you get to have 2 of them that do that? How come you get too many games, Lowain?
That's what I'm saying, man. But it is what it is right now. Way we have the corner, and the homies are just jumping this poor little girl. This is a bad day of middle school right now.
Oh, go to the principal's office, Lowain. What are you doing? Oh, no, already striking on there. Not that is not from the cafeteria lunchroom.
My goodness. Oh no, heck no. Heck no, that ain't from the cafeteria lunchroom.
All right, Katalina bot coming in, but you're going to go in with the Holy Ladder and the big counter hit coming in from Sploot all the way in their corner. Guaranteed connection into it. You're going to use a little bit of EX for the reset.
Nice, got a little throw here. Jumped it. The old parry. Nice conversion as the missiles hit Sploot. Nice OD ball, or ultimate ball. Ultimate wake up there on the side of CPU with a closeout from Sploot.
Okay, Sword of Lumiel coming to play at the very end there. Not responding to the guys like, I know what the game is going to be like. I've seen your actions as we go on, so we're going to get round 3.
You want to know something funny? You can call me silly or whatever you want, man, or lack of awareness. When someone told me that robot from him was Catalina,
oh yeah,
my brain.
Yeah.
I did not know the whole time, and I've been playing since the original Grand Blue.
Sometimes, you look at a detail for so long, and you're like, it's like it doesn't, everything clicks all together in the end. I totally get that. We had the 5U early on in there for Blue trying to take back their turn, and it's going to be the confirm into the rage, the strike on there at the end, and going to be CPU for game number 1.
Man,
the raging strike.
Crack a bottle, make your body wobble. This dude, CPU. Nice DP from Sploot.
Okay, had to use the EX for that, but we're just going to go in, tick into the throw, trying to shimmy back, see what the options are.
This is good stuff from both players so far. Both characters hail from Scameroon. We tried to go for a parry right there, nothing doing, as we're going to get some good, solid Charlotta damage here from Sploot as we're extending and going for the pip. Yes, and we're going for the Skybound.
And yeah, you want to get this done now before a CPU goes in for either Skybound Art or Super Skybound Art. Now you got a chance. The boys are coming out to help out the conversion.
Pressure. Oh, he ran away overhead with the cross up. Very good.
Need you to make this conversion on here, Sploot. Waiting in there, goes into spin dash one more time. Holy Ladder, the light version in there. You're going to have to deal with it. Get onto the other side and not blocking on that after.
Oh my goodness, chip territory, but the touch is here. No drop, and this will be a super solid clutch. Oh, scared of the DP. He can't get touched.
Oh, and it is the missile coming in. The Katalina bot coming out to help out.
Let's go. I didn't even know what happened. I thought he got hit by the DP on the way down, but the missiles were able to keep him safe.
It was really back and forth. Katalina bot always got your back in there. Fire out the Gynax missile barrage one more time. Going in for them. The noble strategy throw, converting into the Raging Chain afterwards here. What's your setup?
Do the wake up, cross up immediately on the wake up. Quick little Oki of his own. Call the homies on a beautifully placed heavy ball.
And we got ourselves a dash light on there at one. We're going to get the wall bounce on her, get the conversion. Keep it simple, keep it clean. That's the way it makes me feel on there.
Sensational.
Keep alive.
That was very well done. I like how we're with punishing the startup of his assist calls and stuff like that with the heavy ball. Not allowing him to get it for free.
I can't believe the dash over from CPU punished just like that from the spin ball. Coming in for Spoot. One more time for the throw. What are we setting up here? Hold it down with the punches, the claw hands into the triple attack. Oh my!
The slice and dice. Call the Skybound. Yep. The homie. The squad. And that was a good one. Solid set there, solid set.
Have the soul token in place, being able to kind of get that extra armor and be able to get there. Once you get in close and personal, outside of if you know they're going to do the DP and get out of the situation, you can block that. But if you're wanting to keep them guessing, maybe get the scoop on them, like you see a lot from Fuselit, from Blue Sky Guy, and beyond with this character. Be really interesting to see what they do as we go in. This is another loser qualifying match to get into round 2.
It's actually really cool that we do get to see Voss, though, because I think that he's obviously one of the coolest characters in the game, to me. And I don't think we see him at all. I think you see this character less than you see Zane.
Yeah, I like him because he has Blind Guardian names for his moves on there, so huge fan of that ban. As we go in, we're going to go in with the extinction of the ground fireball coming out to play. We try to challenge it out there, but you know what? Ninebreaker says, no, let's just DP. I know you're wanting to do shenanigans.
We have mind games set up now, because now next time you want to DP, I have the armor. I could crush that.
Oh, we get the restand on top of that, holding it down. We're going to block onto the other side, holding that block button, or otherwise, as we go ahead and get the confirm.
What a combo. That was very, very, very clean. Doesn't get confirmed. There was no counter hit on that stand light. Sit still. Where you going? Ultimate fireball. Good 6XL. 9-breaker. Crushed in the corner. Ooh. Jab after that pushback on the shoulder bash. Very well done.
Yeah. I want to say I'm a fan of what 9-breaker is like checking out. We see a lot of the follow up from the stops in there from Vaseraga going into high, and 9-breaker's not having it. Happy to go in for the low. I want to see more of that but you don't want to get too deep into it because Vaseraga does have the mind game, has the shenanigans to make it work.
1000%. Oh yeah, spin that and walk them down. Walk them down, walk hard. Texas Rangers. Come here. Yep, crush it. That's what I was saying. You can't keep doing that if he starts to recognize. Now you are taking options away from us. That's good in a way.
Oh.
I don't know if that's gonna hit. No, I didn't think so. It's a little too late. There's a very quick recovery on that high swipe.
Right. Yeah, we saw the lows getting hit on there, but definitely it was maybe feeling away. They would be able to take back the turn at a cost on there at the end. But Obama Gaming take gaming number 1 here.
Wonderful. Okay, here we are. Obama Gaming. Definitely looking for change. They said yes, we can take this dub. 9-breaker. Having a little rough time here in the noose a little bit. Got a good mix there. But drop, what? How'd we drop there?
Oh, we do a good in. We got enough to get the corner and the soul token on in the place in here. You got to be very careful and deal with it. We tried to go in for the U-skill Setsuna, but the Instinction's going to stop you otherwise. 9-breaker.
My goodness, the armor Yeah, that should be a punish. Ninebreaker not ready, and definitely wasn't ready for that ultimate command grab. And we have one round up here in game number 2. Obama Gaming, an opportunity to make this a smooth 2-0.
Yeah, Vaseraga stocks are definitely up in this match here so far. Been able to maintain the control of the game here so far. Ninebreaker trying to turn that around with these knockdowns, but the command throw, going to say otherwise.
All right. Fireball game here. Poking and prodding. Oh my goodness, swinging, confirming. Don't get the animations.
Yeah, too far away for the cinematic, but we do at least get the damage and the corner. Oh, and we're even challenging on there. You're trying to escape on that jumping light to stop the momentum.
Man, locked down in town. Tried to go for the empty low, and Obama Gaming was ready. Was he ready, Freddy? I guarantee it. And that was a nice, quick one. Ninebreaker down on that lower side. Obama Gaming moving forwards.
The Wilds on the right for the players, the P2 side.
Yeah.
And, you know, that yellow shirt, he's kind of giving a SpongeBob vibe. The yellow shirt, brown jacket.
Wait, okay, yeah.
And he kind of has like a...
Inspired by the color palette, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I feel like if SpongeBob was like a humanoid, he would have a haircut like that. It's a very...
Okay. Oh, because SpongeBob does get a haircut in the show, right?
I don't know. I think he's bald. I'm pretty sure he's bald, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's like he's a sponge. But, you know, like...
You guys are going to have to fact check me then.
He's got kind of like a Sponge Robert kind of vibe to him.
This is like a 9 to 5 SpongeBob going out here.
Exactly. We'll probably be going to like a button check real quick, or fist bump. So.
Do you see the buttons, by the way? We got like the Xbox buttons. That color scheme going on there. I'm a fan. Yeah, I guess no button check to be seen. We're going straight on into the action for our next pools block of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. We got Malith versus Pocket Wilds with the Soriz versus Galleon.
Yeah. It's looking like maybe, I think P1 side is the Galleon. Yeah. So Malith on the Galleon.
Okay. Looks like Pocket Wilds and Soriz as well.
Yeah, I think that kind of fits. I kind of can picture a Soriz for a Pocket Wilds name, you know? Yeah. This is kind of like the tempo Soriz versus like a control Galleon to lean into the card games. Oh, she's definitely got some kind of control over me.
She's got control. Yeah. I'm full.
Can't look away.
That's why we're letting the intros rock, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah, because it's not the naked one. It's not the naked one.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
It's
PG-13.
Yeah, he might actually be like a SpongeBob fella.
Alright, under the sea with the 6H. We're just gonna jump over the knuckle. Playing it pretty slow to start things off. Alright, never mind. As soon as I said slow, he started doing it back up.
Yeah, get your plus frames and then start dash punching in. And now Malith is stuck in the corner. Couple of drops. That's not happening in the next version of the game. If you had a chance to check out the patch, potentially the change is that wouldn't happen. And a big 668 starter, but no confirm off of it.
Yeah, a little bit too far for the far heavy to make contact. No, he tried to poke it out, or maybe we were already committed to a button. Either way, counter hit off the ultimate dash punch.
Not quite enough to kill, but does get the safe jump. Yep. Misses that meaty, call it a veggie.
He's vegetarian. It's an impossible safe jump.
Ooh.
But it's all good. We still catch you with the jab afterwards up here in the corner.
Yeah, that Sori's blue dash punch is probably one of the scariest things ever to see in pools, right? Because like you're still warming up, you're just waking up, you're not quite ready to react just quite yet, but gets a big anti-air hit.
Definitely one of those jump scares that you're going to need to be looking to spot dodge if you want to survive. Because the Sor is able to run back out of the corner, but we got old DP back in the side spot. Yeah,
both players hitting each other with these cross-ups, but now Pocket Wilds in advantage, baits the DP.
Run up, full punish with the UDG, and that's a quick game one for Pocket Wilds. We were playing it slow and steady off of the first round, but once Pocket Wilds was like, okay, I'm big chillin', I can send out dash punch, and I'm not getting too heavily punished for it, I might as well keep doing it.
Yeah, just starting the round going all the way in, plus with the dash punch, just goes all the way in once again. Valve trapped in the corner. Ooh, no anti-air.
Alright, he's into the counter, and just a bit too far for that throw.
Ooh.
On the back dash here.
Yeah, that was a very scary delay run-up, you know, because Soriz is all about being slightly minus and then challenging those minus friends with really fast buttons. So leaving that huge of a delay on 6XL Might be information for Pocket Wilds as he drops the Raging Strike. No meter spent right there.
Plus. All right, tries to mash out of slow, so ultimate DP is going to get you out of dodge. Set point Pocket Wild.
Yeah, so much HP to work with there. Probably could have gone away with getting that DP blocked and DPing again and still having another interaction left.
Yeah. Now we're picking up the smart medium.
Ooh, nice spot dodge. I didn't even know you could do that to beat that move. I've never seen it used in neutral in that way.
Yeah. Trying to stop the approach to with some of these 2d6Ms, but yeah, between that and the it's not working out for Balance. We're up against the corner. He's going to pick firm off the 6XL.
Ooh, there's the challenge once again on the minus frames. Pocket Wild's really kind of recognizing that Malv is not taking their turn fast enough, and so disrespecting these frames. It is again.
Ooh, no, you're way too far for the command grab to reach over there, and Pocket Wild's quickly punished.
Into the super, just barely, not enough to kill.
Ooh, bend it on throw.
Malif does have full meter. Pocket Wild's out of meter, but doesn't matter. Goes for the H dash punch. It's so fast. Catches out the slow 5U from
Intentional like gaps or stops in your zoning just to see. Oh, okay. Are you gonna bust out with a YOLO empty hand?
And also the ultimate Rekka too, right?
Yeah.
Once he has access to 50 meter, it's like full screen, like 17 frames. And because Fairy zones with her normal, she does have to put out a hurt box there.
Exactly.
And it can also be whiff punish as well by the Rekka, you know? 6 definitely like a turn left. To use the card, to just hammer the card game analogy in, he's definitely like a turn left type of character. We go face.
Okay, okay.
And there's the empty hand you were talking about, all the way right in. And Roddy Downey Jr. already getting Chuning Lazy Guy to the corner.
Yeah. Let's see how long it's going to take until we, bed it all in the Brave Time. Of course, Chuning, I'm sure, is waiting for it to be baited out, but man, you need to escape from the corner. There we go.
Yeah, Roddy Downey Jr. giving away a lot of easy to anti-air jumps, but recognizing that Chuning Lazy Guy not really giving any anti-air attempts right here, but is putting Roddy Downey Jr. back in the corner once again.
Yeah,
Lots
like
of
you're
jumps.
saying, right? So many jumps, and it's like, if you're not going to send out even one EX Beppo, like, I'm chilling, man. I'll take these guys.
And there's the first big clean hit of the set, is Chuning Lazy Guy, getting that Raging Strike confirmation, and then getting the GG set up.
Tapping out here, gets caught by the Trombe. The rule is not enough. Finally an anti-air to seal out the round here. 2H is clean from Chuning Lazy Guy.
Yeah, I guess the anti-air only really matters when it counts, right? You can give away a lot of free jump-ins as long as you're not taking a lot of damage, as long as you're not whipping something, and then using that for information and forcing them to jump when you want them to jump.
Ooh. There we go, ends up diving into the GG set. And yeah, maybe, when we're grounded here, we're looking for 5M, 5H, and then the rest of your mental stack defensively is like, oh, did I see empty hand? And just seeing some of these jump forwards, it's like, okay, the remaining 10% is me not going for spot dodge and getting anti-aired by jump heavy. And as I explained that, it's a perfect for Chuning Lazy Guy. He's like, I'm already 2 layers ahead of you, man. Keep up.
Going back to character select already.
Ooh,
Maybe to take some time, because this matchup is pretty fine for Oh!
Wait,
actually,
but you won!
No, so I think his buttons were set incorrectly, because at first he was whiffing a lot of throws, and it kind of felt like button checking.
Oh.
That's probably why, like, over time, he probably calibrated which button did what.
Yeah,
and
but it's
figure
still
out how you're supposed to play. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, you don't want the wrong buttons, but that makes a lot of sense. I saw those early whiff throws. I was kind of curious what was going on.
Yeah,
Maybe it was like nerves or like misinput.
Yeah.
But it makes sense if the buttons were set incorrectly.
Okay, makes sense. All good as we head on into it. Game number 2. No more whip throws. If you want to whip something full screen to like bait out a reaction, throw is very much not what you're looking for, right? You whip a jab, you backdash to avoid the empty hand, and you find the counter hit close end.
Yeah, Roddy Downey Jr. not respecting the plus frames and getting hit by the overhead here. Still going for a lot of jumps. You gotta be careful because Chuning Lazy Guy has shown their ability to anti-air.
Yep.
There's the overhead.
We got our wall bounces to wait up for our cooldowns. Now walk it up. No, okay, just
no respect at all.
2H in your face, like he's like, okay, I have trained you to down back, and now I'm gonna get away with the craziest turn steal of my life.
Things are looking kind of bad for Roddy Downey Jr. here. Not too sure what to do against Fairy right now.
Yeah.
Having a lot of difficulty dealing with the GG and landing into the whip. So unfortunate. Wasn't quite willing to overcommit into the empty hand.
Yeah. The worst part, I think, with that whip starting up, that, you know, letting the EX empty hand rock would have been just fine. Probably would have gotten you the hit, but yeah, just trying to show a little bit more of that feint to put it on the mental stack. That did not work at the time. Already 60% down for Roddy here, locked down by GG. You have time, you can leave. Oki's not real. All right, it's looking more real.
Taken all the way to the corner. One more with punish, and he is going to die. And there's the GG. That's a really scary situation, right? Because you see something coming from the air, so as like a normal fighting game player, your instinct is to start walking back. It's a vocal exercise. It's kind of fun to say sometimes.
It's a tongue twister. Definitely, I'd say it to warm up before commentary sometimes. All right, but we got Diva versus Lowain going on here as we let these intros rock. So.
Right. Okay, so Kello is on Diva.
Oh, okay.
I think that's familiar now.
Yeah.
And Mr. Io is on Lowain, which is a very fitting character for someone with a name that is incomprehensible.
Mr. KS? I don't know, man.
Actually, Mr. KS might be it.
Marks. Play League and I steal my 300?
Marks. Maybe his name is
Marks! Oh.
It's so over. We don't know.
We're fighting for our lives, please.
The Lowain player, that must not be named.
We're just calling him Lowain player now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Marks. I'm going to commit to Marks. Marks doing an unsafe flow, bashing out, going for a lot of eats in unsafe situations right here. So let's see how ready they are for everything else. Not quite ready for the ultimate lariat. Kello drawing the first major hit and getting into a corner combo.
Yeah. It's kind of like we saw with the ultimate dash punch earlier. Like, you know, early on in the pools, these are the things that are going to jump scare you. You need to be able to have your layer one so that every time Kello has 50% meter, you can't just, you know, aggress and make your way in.
Yeah, going for an accidental reset there, but Marks not quite letting it, just mashing out immediately. Barely ducking the lariat, actually mis-spacing out of the lariat because the ultimate lariat cannot be ducked like the regular one. And Kello taking the first round pretty convincingly. It kind of dragged out for a bit, but it felt like it dragged out because Marks ate a lot of food and not because he was getting out of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. You were just able to recover some of the HP. Okay, poke out with the parry. You got your parfait, but at what cost? You lost a lot of space up against Kello, and now Marks up the corner.
No parry on deck either. Yeah, now that overhead is guaranteed because he doesn't have parry to deal with it. Going for the command grab, goes for the DP instead, gets out of the situation just a little bit.
Yep. Able to eat up a little bit. We got the elote. Scoop. Oh, we got 100 for it too. I'll see you next round. I'll see you next game.
Yeah, that 2M cancel into the 5U. Able to catch out to the super, but that was kind of like a jump scare knowledge check, right? It's like if you see the 5U, it is very reactable. It's about like 60 frames total.
Yeah.
You have a lot of time to react to it. But if you don't know what you're supposed to be looking for, you know, sometimes, especially at pools level, you might have players from other games, you might have players that are not warmed up. So things that, like this can happen where you block the M lariat and are able to be comboed upon.
Really, the lariat. Oh, okay. Tries to go for the ultimate ender here and able to escape from Marks, but see how much it's going to make up for it.
No 5U this time. I think that was an attempt at a command grab, but got lariat out instead. Lariat whiffs and punish on the 2U. No cancel is actually super unsafe. Does Kello have these? He does not. Going for the reset.
Oh, nah.
Honestly, when it's done raw, it doesn't even really do that much damage. I don't think Kello cares too much about that.
Yeah, he's fine. Even with a little bit of HP taken off of the, you know, double E coming out from Marks, it's fine. Oh, hold on now. This is not fine.
Into the super, late super. This is just so much damage. Kello gonna take this first round in the second game.
There we go. Down with the SSBA. One more round for Kello to move on in the winner's side. Like you mentioned, right, these lariats are doing work right now. Marks has to spot dodge the ultimate, you know, crouch block on the meterless versions, but, you know, just playing a little bit more aggressive to try and make sure we're not getting backed up against the corner.
Yeah, so this matchup is pretty good for Lowain, but it's very much a minimalist matchup. You have to play kind of differently. Usually Lowain is kind of like a screen pollution character, but in this situation, you really want to play slowly and look for the lariats neutral.
Interestingly, haven't seen any of them come out from Kello. Tries to go for an ultimate to anti-air, but instead you just got jumped behind the back. Mark, a pretty commanding round right now.
Going for the throw. Now you're in the Lowain vortex. You gotta watch out here. Yep. Just 2U's out of it. Empty jump command grab.
We got the buff as well. HP8. Wait, almost able to anti-air. You are able to anti-air back out of the sky and down to the ground. The sands of the beach bring you right back to Earth, and it's 1 round apiece.
Kello was getting kind of low in the air right there. I was really scared about the extra firecracker usage because it was already able to kill, but Mark's kind of going for a little bit of style points right there, going for more firecrackers. I was really worried it was going to start dropping.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, empty jump coming out from Kello. We're being pretty preemptive about some of these anti-air grabs.
Yeah, as the Japanese would call them some of these atewazas.
Yeah,
the counter pokes. Yeah.
Alright, set the bros and pokes on the toes with the 2L. Okay, this is the Mark that we know and love. Ready
For another setup. Run up parry, looking probably for a BC right there, but instead gets a full punish. Kello taking them all the way back to the other corner.
Yeah. Maybe betting it all a little bit too much there. Not able to escape the corner, but off the UDP, at least you set the bros.
Yeah, a lot of unfortunate. It is nice to get a little bit of meter, but you really need some health back right here.
Ooh. Okay, guard crush off the ultimate lariat. No spot dodge to be seen just yet. Baits out the brave counter and walks out the throw tech too. One more touch for Kello. Secures the set.
Shout out to Gaming Gen, you know, we talked about this in my earlier blog, but they actually have all the colors and weapons unlocked. So
damn, okay, shout out to them.
That's why we never see these colors, right? Because usually they just have like the base colors.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gaming Gen for providing us with all the colors. Gives us a lot more eye candy to look at. While Koji Coco rocks that default berry.
Blue versus blue. He's like, I don't care what you unlock, man. I'm the world warrior. I don't need all of these fancy shenanigans.
It really gives off the vibe of like the Ryu is already on his way to the next fight.
Exactly,
he has no time for trophies and ceremonies.
He's speedrunning. He's got things to do, people to see, flights to take as we head into our next match. Paragon Zone Koji Coco versus Nick of Time.
Let's see how the round start happens. Nick of Time taking a little bit of patience to suss out how Koji Coco wants to play the neutral.
Yep. Found our 2U, set out EXGG. Knocking on the doors here. Frame traps aren't particularly working out, but we are catching the walk back to the lobby sweeps.
Yeah, that disrespect from Koji Coco going for the far lights, which are minus, but doing far light, walk forward, far light. Into the hit confirmed, into the 1-4U. There's the DP right out. We just need a couple more chances. Honestly, that was an opening, but giving one up against Koji Coco is very scary.
Yeah, we're already staggering into the, or autopiloted into the stagger, so didn't believe in the counter in here. Now, throwing you right back into the corner. Oh. He's like, I would simply ignore the bomb. I'm ready for my far light into ultimate hula.
Yeah, going for that fly swatter right there. The combo limit into the setup, catches them with the meaty overhead.
Yep.
Catches them mashing or maybe rolling potentially, and just seals out that round. Just a little bit of damage needed because the overhead starter is more heavily scaled for Fairy, but aware that he only needed a little bit more damage to kill.
Normally it's weighted where, you know, if you down back, like, okay, I'm only eating like pretty scaled damage, but like you said, when you're 1 HP, everything is lethal. So now just peppering with the 2d6Ls, as you mentioned at the top of the set, charging up a little bit to try and, you know, swap up the spot dodge timing or the counter zoning timing, but still back up against the wall, brought right back in, and then right back out with the throw tech.
Such aggressive play from Koji Coco going for that run-up throw. And it's kind of interesting. Fairy's usually the zoner, but Nick of Time kind of playing on the backspin here, playing the zoning game.
Yeah. Very content to just send out a lot of lasers, you know, try and counter hit and interrupt the whips. Lost a bit of space off of not being able to challenge the GG set, but there we go. I love the delay from Nick of Time. Catches out the roll like we were looking for earlier, and off of that, it's a clean confirm.
Yeah, nice pickup with the 6-6 stage. Had a lot more damage left in his head. This is the thing again, right? Ilsa only needs a couple hits. Each hit does so much damage, and there's your opportunity.
Oh, there we go. Throw bait. Coming out with an instant dive kick.
Angle not quite enough to combo off of, but still able to get those plus frames.
Yep.
Close heavy, so scary.
Oh, send out with the 2d6L. Again, peppering, trying to swap up the timing a little bit here, but counter hit. Oh, okay, doesn't get you a second laser, but we do get a reload.
Yeah, so there's this kind of mind game always with Fairy, right? Where when you press the normals, they are able to walk forward, but then there's a threat of the whip cancel, right? But if you roll the whip cancels, you are able to actually punish her. But then that's where it comes into play that you throw out the GG, but there's the spot dodge. Huge GG kill right there. Koji Coco drawing first blood in this set.
one step ahead, right? We're thinking about the, you know, empty buttons, button to whip cancel, kind of like strike or frame trap rather. But all of a sudden we set our GG and we're one step ahead, just waiting for that Brave counter. And now game up to Koji Koko. Able to find the Indiana Jones, but too far for the confirm off that jump heavy.
Yeah, I saw Nico Time kind of going for the air laser, but just a little bit too slow. Yep. Getting a lot of mileage out of this zoning, actually. Going out a lot of lasers.
But when are you going to find time to reload, though? 4 bullets in the chamber, got counter hit down to 3, and now we're sending out ultimate GG because Koji Koko does not want to give you any opportunity to reload. He's fighting for his life. 100 meters to his name. We're going to go for the refund on that ultimate hula hoop.
And there's the no escape throw attempt. Something that is also lost potentially in the new version that we've been testing out. I know Koji Koko has been in the lab over there really hard, but we're going into this next round. Koji Koko playing on the aggressive. There's a spot dodge on the whip cancel, with no punish.
There we go. Tried to stall out so we could meet it with the laser, but just a little bit too early. Finds our reload though. Yeah, and as soon as we send out the drone as well, right? It's the first time we've seen that from Nick of Time in neutral, and Koji Koko immediately ready to just whip it off the screen.
Koji Koko definitely no stranger to this matchup, right? Gamero, obviously probably the best Ilsa player in the world. He does play Koji Koko a lot. I've heard that, you know, fun fact, I've been told that they play Slay the Spire 2 together. That's the Gamero Gafmoe, is that he plays Slay the Spire 2 in his free time.
That's funny. He was like, okay, boot up in Discord right now. We're trying to clear A10.
Who do you think Gamero plays in Slay the Spire?
He's got to play Silent, bro. I feel like that's what I would imagine him playing.
But the thing is, Silent's like a combo character, right? I feel like Gamero's whole gimmick is that he doesn't do combos.
So Ironclad?
I think he might be an Ironclad player.
Okay.
Koji Koko, I think that's a Silent player. That's like a lab monster, you know?
That's true. That's why he's already got the setups ready and waiting. Nick of Time not trying to spend the Brave counter because last time we got baited out for our life. It's also our life in the winner's side right now. Not insurmountable on the health lead. 100 meter available as well, and a decent amount of bullets in the chamber.
And then the rocket just with the ultimate whip, catching him, taking the round, taking the game, taking the set is Koji Koko 2-0. It was a really good ball. Like, there's no, the Street Fighter is not like a thing. It's not
Street Fighter's anime.
Concept. Street Fighter 6 is anime Street Fighter, but it's also not, because there's no such thing as Street Fighter or anime. It's just, these are just words.
We do be mashing on words, I'm not gonna lie. We also have our first EX Narmaya.
I think he actually swapped.
Oh, he swapped back up? Okay.
Narmaya, which is a good catch. If he was stuck in EX while being a Narmaya main, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, that's true.
I could be totally wrong. Maybe he swapped back.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I do see the Sheev stats.
Yeah. So base Grand, base Narmaya heading up for Hako and Cold Weather.
Wall whip punish right there, getting pushed to the corner with these fireballs. Hako drawing first blood, huge wall bounce.
Yep.
It's gonna be a huge grip of damage.
Tried to fight back. He was winding up the haymaker for quite some time. 50% already down for Cold Weather here. Are we gonna escape? Send out the flip.
Yeah, both players not really respecting their minus frames. Right there, big whip punish, but doesn't quite lead to anything. Cross up into the corner. Now it's Cold Weather's turn to do as much damage as possible.
Okay, there we go. The confirms are looking pretty warm, right? We've made it this far into pools, so you know we just got to make sure that we're not being a little bit too greedy on our minus frames and sending far H when we're in far medium range.
Yeah, there's the Brave counter, cross up. Hako now has full control of the corner. Wish confirmed, but no punish right there. Has to BC back out and back throw into the corner.
Yeah. Ooh. I was going to say we have a big life lead for Hako, but with 0% BP, like, they're both in one-touch territory. That being said, empty jump throw is able to find first round here for our resident Grand.
Good awareness that Cold Weather was in the parry stand, which would beat safe jumps, and going for that empty jump throw. Ooh, that flip might not have been plus, but just wasn't too sure exactly. So one for the Brave counter anyway. And now Cold Weather getting a huge punish on the random M boot on block. Maybe an MTP attempt that was misinputted, and just, I like that patience, just waiting.
Yeah, chilling out, waiting out, no confirm up the 6XL. Why did we too far for that close out? Yeah. Ooh.
That's the late tempo, and then gets back into the court. I feel like every Grand player to play this character, you really have to master this like tempo of your opponent's timing, right? The 2M counter hit is so integral to the game plan that you really have to be looking for what type of player habits there are and like what timing that they're looking for.
See how long it takes them to twitch during the stare down. We're 1 round apiece.
Huge jump in, but no confirm, just an air hit. There's another counter hit to him. Nice confirms from Hako. Just really understanding the timing that Cold Weather is trying to bash out at, like right there.
Trying to get some space with Setsuna, but actually runs up with a 2H. I like the whip Yoka to try and make sure that we went for the side swap. It's just a hair too slow, but it doesn't matter when you find the hit off the scramble.
Yeah, just a drop right there. I think attempting to go for an MVP on Wake Up right there, getting the M-Boot cross-up, but it working out in the end for Hako. Now pushing Cold Weather back to the corner. Next hit should kill with full cash out.
Yeah. And now we were trying to mash the 5U charges earlier, but now instead we're just taking to the skies for Cold Weather, but it's not going to be enough. Game 1 to Hako, just walking you down to the corner.
Yeah, Hako really has his read on Cold Weather's like defensive timings, which can be very scary.
Corner. There. Okay, I can't believe far heavy reach. And we wait out the DP as well. Send it with the 5H one more time, but actually ends up leaving a lot of damage on the table.
Yeah, not going for a full combo. Oh, catches there on the shimmy, but not a counter hit, so not able to get much more than that.
Yeah. Okay, double fireball. Trying to keep you at bay, but Flip doesn't find anything in particular. We're so content to spend our BP. That's what you would want touch, though. No! You had to kill! You had lethal!
Oh, no anti-air, and now getting back thrown into the corner. Next hit is going to kill for Hako here.
Yeah. We're seeing the jump-ins as well, blocked and just walking back to try and wait out the Brave counter. It's like, ooh, you have 3 VP, and you want to spend it, but it doesn't matter. Straight into the super, one more touch and one more throw to be lethal as well.
Yeah, that crouch confirmed from the far medium into the 5U. Normally not comboing on standing hit, but getting that hit on crouching hit. It either works on crouching or on counter hit. Good recognition right there.
Yeah.
I feel like Hako's throwing out these, I don't know what I would call them, but like they're like performative fireballs. Where like, I feel like all Hako really wants deep down is to run in and like press 2M, right? Press buttons.
Yeah.
But he's like throwing out these fireballs because like, oh wait, I'm a Shoto.
Yeah.
He's like being performative about it, you know? He throws out these fireballs and they're like okay fireballs, but he, deep down, he just wants to get in there. And he's like, I have to throw these fireballs so people think that I'm a skilled Shoto player.
Yeah. They throw out the 2 fireballs, and I can see the rule of 3 in their brain, thinking, oh, Narmaya is going to jump. So I'm looking for my 2-8, and then Cold Weather never does it at that timing, and it's like, man, I just sent out my fireballs for nothing. I have no DP, 100 meters to my...
We supered the overhead. Oh no. The music is playing. Is it gonna kill?
I don't believe,
0
but
DP.
damn, is it gonna hurt.
1 throw distance.
Oh my
sure.
god!
Oh my god.
Why did it do so much? Throughout the time, we have a very specific slice of Vera on the stage right here, and we don't really get to see much later on. But if you guys are curious on what happens with her and what happens with Katalina, of course, we got that Grand Blue mobile for you guys. And I think a lot of the story events are also just available to like watch.
Recently added to Steam, you know, there are a lot of limitations to it, but if you want to enjoy the story and mobile game in a format that is, you know, available, it is on Steam now.
Yeah. You can stop on by, learn some more about your favorite characters, learn some more about your least favorite character. Maybe it'll make it less painful to fight them in versus. So heading on into it, Insurgent versus Zoma, jumping over the yellow grenade.
Yeah, this is a hard matchup in neutral for Vera, right? She doesn't really have many good anti-fireball tools, but if you get a good place jump, you get to start your pressure right here, giving up this turn with the multi-step, and now the red grenade is on you. Eustace taking you all the way back to the other corner. This is so painful to watch. Stuck in it. You worked so hard for that little bit of screen space, and now you're back into the wall.
I'm actually feeling Linkin Park, like, you know, in the third person right now. Like, you tried so hard, and you're still fighting to make your way over to the other corner. You spent like 75 meter and a VP, and all this just to get coast to coast. Let's see if Insurgent's going to be able to bust back out.
Yeah, let's see if in the end it matters. It's looking like it is going to matter.
Hold on. Okay, getting up to the pressure. He just sent out the BC. Now we're tied up on the diamond. Really good spot here for Incendiate to walk back, send out EX slow kill. Ended up with a slide point blank of Zoma, so able to get a light.
Yeah, wasn't quite sure if the spacing was a -6 spacing for a punish, so wasn't quite willing to commit to that Zoma cancel.
Yeah.
Just waiting it out. Challenging the red grenade is so dangerous. Choosing to challenge it without the grenade on him, taking that round, well played from Zoma. It's so hard to get out of neutral, right? Because Eustace is so frustrated. He BCs you, and he throws a red grenade on you, and you're like, I have to sit here and watch him push me all the way back to the other corner.
And you're right back, right? If you don't respect it, of course you're going to be taking more than half your life in damage and be sent back to the corner when you're trying to escape. Sends it with the MVP.
Just gotta get that red grenade off of the screen, walking his way back in, but that yellow grenade, the karate, just taking up so much screen space, keeping him cornered, keeping him trapped.
I tried to go for the ultimate sword thrust, but nothing found, nothing counter hit either, so Insurgent, again, just running in, trying to bait out a throw attack, looking for far heavy.
Good awareness from Zoma to throw tech with standby instead of 2L, right? It has less recovery frames, so when they do a backdash hitting that far H is not going to punish.
Yeah, exactly. Recovers just a little bit faster, and sometimes the difference of a couple frames can be your due. Doesn't believe the close light hit. Already committed to the stagger.
Yeah, getting a good bit of pressure and pushing him back to the corner with that back throw. But the PC is already ready, eating that red grenade. Huge mash!
Oh my god, perfect spacing for the far heavy to hit.
Spending everything. This should be enough to get that wall bounce and the kill. Zoma taking the first game against Insurgent. This is a huge upset if it continues on this path.
Yeah, hold on now. Wait. I thought he was grinding out the Azumi. I thought he was trying to make it out of Unipools, but this fish can swim for sure. It was a deep breath right after that game was taken, and each of those rounds was so close. But Zoma can keep up this momentum. We might have an upset on our hands.
I'm just saying, his profile picture in the GridBank server is Izumi. Yeah. But his profile picture on Discord
is still Vera?
It's Vera.
Oh,
it's Vera everywhere else.
He never okay. He didn't forget who he came into the room with.
Ooh, huge end here. Not quite high enough for any move. Going for that red grenade. I really like Zoma choosing good opportunities to DP out of the red grenade pressure, right?
Yeah.
I think Zoma is mixing it up very well, and Insurgent's not quite able to get a read on the timing where Zoma's trying to escape.
Yeah. Oh, I tried to knock out this time after the red grenade was applied, but yeah, we got Raging Strike. We got 100 meters, so I'll see you next round.
Right, hit him with the CQB. Let's see what Zoma has planned for the beginning of this round, you know. Insurgent controlling a lot of the screen space, has to deal with that red grenade. But again, one well-placed jump, although Insurgent has been calling out the jumps a lot more now. So Zoma has to find another way in without jumping.
This isn't a game that really has, frame one dash blocks, right? So you really got to pick your opportunities to try and advance with the run.
Now that red grenade, you just really can't do anything. I like this usage of the 6xMs and this counter poke with the far medium. You know, Zoma trying to mix it up, right? Because at first he was doing a lot of jumps, but then Insurgent started waiting, so he's kind of goading him into walking into these ranges for him to 6xM. But instead, himself walking into Insurgent 6XL.
Tough. I mean, the rotation of options is really good in neutral, but that doesn't mean it's any easier to make
Drop
your way
the
on in.
super combo limit! No punish!
No. Yeah, I tried to go for a close heavy there, it looks like, but it's not going to work out. Just a little bit too safe.
Yeah, but now Insurgent out of BP. He does have a huge life lead, but Zoma has all the resources available.
Okay, blocks up the yellow grenade. Chip about to be a factor as well. Looking really rough for Zoma.
These deep dashes are so scary, but against Vera, you really don't want to do anything! Gets caught low into the SSCA. This is going to be so much. No BP. Zoma takes it for sure. Zoma now on set point.
I don't need new system mechanics to pick up off of my low, man. I got Luminaria to wait in the wings and put myself on set point. Zoma, one round away. You guys didn't see, but Insurgent hitting himself with a face palm. He's like, I gotta lock back in. I can't be sent down to losers this early. We're not even in top 96. So the amount of games that adds, the tournament fatigue just adds up.
Yeah, right here, keeping it frame tight with the pressure. Zoma maxing out just a little bit too much here. Insurgent has the red grenade set up, just chooses to bait out throw. Zoma not biting.
There we go. First time we've seen like the up back spread shot, so not quite gonna get caught there.
And the soft like Eustace Pogo, you know, all the society members kind of have similar type moves. This is sort of his version of Zeta Pogo, his version of Vaseraga dive kick. But Insurgent, taking his version of the win in this game, tying it up 1-1.
Yep. Is that Vermilion shaky camming the set like from the front row? I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, it's on stream.
He's been doing like his own like fantasy. He's been, you know, cannibalizing our viewers. So we forgive him because that's our go.
That's what's up. Yeah. It's not RL stream. To be fair, right? Maybe we don't get to see the pop off immediately. I'm fine with an alternate perspective.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, some people watch just for Vermilion's perspective, right?
Exactly.
Maybe
yeah.
we gotta get him on the mic for a TriCast.
Dude, all right, give him a mic. Get a third headset on here. We can sit him right in between us.
Punishing the low, going for the 5U. Now we've got install. This is when Mira's the scariest. She's so scary in install. People say this character is low tier, but it's that thing where everyone always talks about the character that's like low tier until they're install, 4 drinks, oiled up. But Vera really is that demon, right? Oiled up Vera, that's a monster. Right here, full confirm off of the ultimate thrust.
No! Oh, left some damage on the table here, but all right.
Ooh, and backdash getting taken all the way back to the other corner. Sometimes you just have to hold the chip damage.
Coming up, red grenade. Oh, it does bite on the up back spread shot this time. Gets caught out with the explosion. That momentum seeming a little bit more in Insurgent's favor, but he's not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Usually going for that 5L as kind of a late bro tech is able to recover in time for the spread shot, but Zoma just a little bit too late on the OS right there, and just getting anti-air right at the start of the round. Back in the corner, red grenade is down. Just sucks to be in the situation. Ooh.
There we go. Caught out. You did pick up with the 2M, but slow kill just a little bit too slow. Maybe a little bit too far to find the confirm. Either way, we proc the red grenade. And look at how much chip damage we've done. 50% already down on Zoma.
Red grenade already almost back. I feel like we're going to see him just chuck it out once again. Someone check his PC.
All right, hold up. EX slow kill. Bring out the other grenades again. Just that slow toss covers so much space. Now both of these gamers got 100. Rolls through into the far heavy. This should be a 5U. No, instead we're just going for the corner carry.
Yeah, sometimes you just want that corner wall bounce, keep him in the corner, and you do get a Tinkerbell setup right here into the high-low, which is what sealed that other round. Comes to the spot dodge, looking for the BC. Insurgent not biting, but gets thrown right here. He's getting dangerous close.
Oh, okay. Scary on the jump there, especially with no throw width, but just wakes up with the close heavy! He believes he wants to stay in the winner's side, and so he shall. 50, 60 seconds at a time, and then like rotating well between like jumps and crossovers, or like rollovers. It was so good, man. But we got our next set.
To do it, but yeah, we have Riazo going in with the 6.
Yeah.
Actually, fun check. I think Pocket Wilds was on the Soriz earlier.
Yeah. So we were probably just hanging out and whatever was hovered over for player 2. But so that means we're going to be seeing 6 versus Soriz, right? Both of these characters who have like kind of crazy burst options in terms of empty hand, which is a little bit slower, but of course if they're locked into a long animation, you know, in terms of projectiles, will be pretty good. Not something we have to worry about for Soriz, who similarly is looking for jump scare with dash punches. So I wonder if Riazo is going to be like, oh, I need to run in to make sure that he's not jump scaring me from like mid-range, like I just want to get in his face, or if he's actually gonna, you know, try and retreat a little bit, see if we can, you know, send out EX gate and just catch the approach.
There are some rare difficulties for 6 in this matchup. So for one, Soriz has really high damage, 6 is really low HP. That's always a problem for him, no matter what. Yeah. But the other thing is that Soriz actually can 5U as a catch-all answer against a variety of moves. Right? It can beat the Gate of Demons, it can beat the Empty Hand, which means he kind of doesn't have to identify the situation, right? Even if 6 faints the Empty Hand, 5U recovers fast enough that he's able to just use it as sort of a catch-all. And then the reward, if it does absorb something, is that he can get a close light punish, for example, on Empty Hand. Yeah.
And especially with the low HP, right? You know, just being able to, you know, get so much damage off of it makes it like, oh, okay, how am I going to make my way in? But is Pocket Wilds aware of that going into the 6th matchup? We'll see.
And there's the mash outs too. It's pretty advantageous to mash out right there and going for the DP loop.
Oh my god,
he's already almost dead.
Help! Oh my god! Yeah, I see the 100. I'll see you next round, bro. I'm already thinking it's
Tiger! Dragon!
Riazo's looking off to the side. He's like, I should be playing Tokon right now, bro. I should be in the Rumble.
On the flip side, I think Riazo has another character that is pretty good in this matchup. The EX Grand, of course. Having the instant 1-button DP. Ooh, cheeky little reset right there.
Ooh, save with dive kick. No, guard button, save jump.
Watch out, man. That's not in the next patch.
Oh,
we gotta start getting ready, man.
Count your days. Counter hit DC. Count your days, guard button. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, this time, going for the spot dodge. The thing is, though, it's RPS, so if Pocket Wild chose to release, he could have punished the spot dodge as well.
Okay.
Sometimes you throw out rock and they throw out paper. It doesn't mean you should stop throwing out rock.
Exactly, yeah. You can't lock yourself out of, one of your tools of the RPS just because you happen to be wrong one time. But the placement, the timing, of course, is all the difference. 5U once again.
Ooh, huge whiff punish. The close H actually came out right there. Yeah, that 5U just negating the power of the fireball. Going for it again. The thing is, you don't really want to just 5U raw. You want to do it sort of in response to some stimuli that you see. And the nice thing against Six is he has a lot of different moves, but 5U answers them all kind of easily. So you just have to make sure you see something.
Yeah, but to send it out, randomly, quote-unquote randomly, right? Rialzo can, as we've seen, just like run up throw, make you a little bit more scared to do it, and then, now we're going back into strike zone shenanigans. So, game one, after something that seems so commanding to start things off for Pocket Wilds.
Yeah, I'd like to see Pocket Wilds kind of tying it up just a little. Wow, that 5H traded, and a big punish on the DP. I love watching DP loops, man. Those are what a sight to behold. Oh, no punish on the H up kick, expecting the disrespect right there. And there's the 5U once again.
Oh no!
Oh,
my
goodbye.
God! What happened? He actually just melted. He disappeared. We did with 5U, saw empty hand, and we were like, I have time to recover and do it again.
Yeah, that run up 2TU catching. Not exactly a shimmy, catching the delay Brave counter, but Brave counter obviously not coming out if there's a hitbox. Right there, mashing the 5-0.
Scored a good start for Rialzo once more. It's already looking like deja vu of that previous game.
Ooh, scary whiff throw. You know what they say, you reach, I teach.
5U once again. Kick, yep.
Yeah, it just covers so many of Six's options. It keeps you really guessing. Ooh, spot dodge, getting a nice little confirm here.
Oh, there we go. I love the run through these slight delays in the reckless to make sure we get that extra corner carry damage.
Yeah, delay fireball right there, catching out that fuzzy match, getting a huge dip of damage here. Is going to have cash out with the super, taking this round. Rialzo now on set point.
Here we go. One round away, but you can never count out Pocket Wilds, right? We've seen these first rounds on all of these games that are, 20, 30 seconds or less. It's speed run territory.
All you need to do is do a couple more of those. Has to be really careful about using the 5U rod because Growlers can have a lot of risk held behind them.
Yep. Right, BCL walking back with far M. Get a big confirm here for Pocket Wilds.
Yeah, Rialzo catching out that timing with the far H. Now going for the super, just wants to do as much damage as possible. See the look on Rialzo's face, he's so concentrated. There's 6U3H into the SSBA.
Yoshi install a little bit too far for the Raging Strike, but that also means we didn't get spot dodge punished, but it doesn't matter. When off the scramble, Rialzo chewing through the damage reduction, still 50% to his name. Raging Chain, Raging Strike, and one more finishes the job. Rialzo moving on 2-0.
Yeah, Pocket Wilds just how to do a motion input. I'm actually, I have a hitbox for him this weekend because he wanted to start learning other fighting games and doing motion inputs. Okay. And I told him that maybe it would be easier to try them out on hitboxes than pad.
Oh, okay.
We got the button check here. He may still power up the Zoe. Zoe is his original true name.
Yeah.
But he has been mostly on the Soriz lately, and his Soriz is extremely impressive.
We'll see. We got the bright pink, we got the strawberry Zoe going on the other side. It would be a shame not to get to see this skin in action, but such is life, man. When Soriz rains, it pours, and we had a lot of them on stream so far.
No way. He's not moving. I mean, I wonder what he thinks is the best matchup for Versusia. So locking into Zoe here.
Okay, I see that smile on his face. He's like, Shuabu's gonna kill me for this one, bro.
Well, I don't know if the matchup is really good for Soriz. I've never really seen the matchup of Soriz versus Versusia in action. I do know that Zoe has a lot of tools that can challenge Versusia, so we will see about that.
Yeah. We got armor on the dash heavy as well to maybe try and go through some of the zoning attempts. Of course, spinning slash to maybe just take from the skies, right?
Yeah.
Go over some of the fireballs. Lose tracking on the pillar as well. So let's see if it's gonna be enough here. I wonder if we're in the winners and losers side as well. You guys can check over an exclamation point bracket in the chat. We head into our next set. We got Tubby versus Mikoto.
I think one of the big things in this matchup, I remember now that Tubby was telling me, is that the spinning slash is actually never plus against Versusia because she's too tall. And in some situations, she's actually able to punish it where other characters could not.
the look on my face, the realization as you were like, oh, it's not quite as plus, and I was like, what's this plus?
Hey, oh, and also in certain situations, it also won't combo where it will on other characters. So who knows? We're kind of just sending it though.
Yeah. Did end up getting caught with the low part of the arc there, but ends up behind the lariat.
Whip throw right there. Tubby, usually not a player to throw tech, but showing a little bit of nerves on the stage here.
Yeah.
We're just doing it again. Oh, well, I guess that
we matched after anyway. It was like, wait, does Sukinoi know that that's the case with spinning slash? I guess I have to match until they find out.
It was a counter hit, so maybe he pressed it too late.
Maybe, yeah.
We're getting a little bit of dragon meter back.
Ooh. That's good to get caught on slowdown, but still able to recover after the back dash.
Yeah, going for these L dragons, getting these knockdowns, and there's another space dash, but there it is, no combo, so tragic.
Yeah, we saw her in slow motion after the ultimate pillar, but still, it's a lot of good meter down. Tubby walking Sukinoi over to the corner, and even if it's not full confirming, we find the throw bait with that up back ultimate lightning. Tubby able to kill with Radiant Sacred Chain.
There it is. First blood in this set. So that's the thing, right? Is like sometimes you don't need a combo, right? Sometimes you just need to be plus, so you can walk up and shimmy them.
Exactly. You need to get in, right? Even if the way that you get in isn't going to lead to 20, 30%, whatever. Like you're up against Versusia, and now you don't have to worry about pillar or the orb keeping you at bay.
Ooh, just gets caught crouch blocking. Now we get another combo for Tubby. Probably one more touch after this, and you will be able to kill.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. Expecting, waiting on the lightning, so pull up with the throw before it lands. Ooh!
Catches the spot dodge with the delay lightning, going for the ult record confirm. Nice hit confirm, actually. That's kind of hard to do, getting that perfect and drawing the first game here.
You may have chosen a good hero for SoCal, I'm not going to lie.
He's hype.
The first round was like, okay, it's pretty even. But once we got into our paces, the Versusia matchup experience definitely showing. Tries to fade away, but I like the matchup from Sukinoi.
Yeah, a little bit of a wiggle, trying to farm up a little bit of meter.
Oof!
Ultimate Fireball trades right there and is able to get a bunch more meter. Now he has so much meter to play with. Ooh. Catches him with the air lightning once again.
There we go. Baiting out the throws, baiting out the BCs. This up back air lightning has been working so well for Tubby. Now we're tipping away. We don't even need a big hit. But as we get caught up in the skies, the weather looking inclement, that thunder puts Tubby on set point.
Let's see if Sukinoi can pull anything deep out of the bag of tricks. Versusia does have a lot of answers to Zoe. If you just 6-6 out right off the bat, it is going to be a good start here.
Looking like the best start to a round that we've had so far for Sukinoi. At that point, gives them a little bit more fire under the rear, but still coming back from the rear. Counter hit 6-6 out from Tubby.
Pushed all the way back to the other corner. He worked so hard. Well, not working too hard with that back row right there, but we are going to take it. And then getting side swap back into the corner. It's just a game of who gets forced back into the corner first.
Exactly. Whose corner is it anyway? Walk it up, walk it down. Oh no, but the super's not going to go through the hella active frames of the sweeping laser.
Yeah, and that's also the nerfs to supers like that in general, right? All of these lariat supers that beat fireballs were universally kind of nerfed across the board, especially for Versusia's. Hers was the first to get hit, but Tubby being the first to take 2 games and winning the set.
You see Vermilion?
She goes like, oh, you won, that's cool, but like, you lost a round.
Ooh.
They took a round. Like,
okay,
are you really proud of yourself? Like, you're patting yourself on the back. They took a round. They almost took the game.
You can't do any better?
Yeah, it's like, I feel like you could do better than that.
That's what I'm saying. All right, both of these gamers trying to do good. I'm not sure if it's winners or losers side, but it is Mayday versus Tim Trash. Here we got Charlotta versus Graham.
Yeah, Mayday already on the upswing right here. Has Tim Trash all the way in the corner right now. But Tim Trash answering in time. This is just a game where you're kind of like pushing the other player to the corner ASAP, and then you gotta be worried about the counter hit BC for the side swap.
Exactly. Ooh, a little bit too far away. A pixel too short to look for that run up grab. Oh, looking for Healthbreaker here.
Mayday kind of running out of resources, but Tim Trash running out of life. Just getting caught by a bunch of random stray hits and getting taken out for this first round. Mayday drawing first blood.
Yep.
Battle 2.
All right, Charlotta strong. Started off with the ball. No, started off with the noble strategy. Delays. Not going to see any anti-airs coming out from Tim Trash here. Getting a little bit tripped up by that noble strategy in general.
Ooh, spot dodging the 6XL. Not exactly what you want to do. A little bit of a poor self-defense advice. But right here, getting a corner combo for Mayday. should cash out into the super. I like it. Just take away that BP, put him at a throws range. Going for the low, still plus right there on the demon flip. Tim Trash just trying to take that turn back, trying to escape no matter what, but Mayday taking first blood in the set.
Yeah. Keeping it simple to take game 1 here.
There's a demon flip again. This time not plus because it is the non-H version.
Yes.
And it is from very high up on a block Humbreaker.
Okay, matching on through with the triple attack. Gets caught up with the frame trap into the 100 hands. Oh no, but you deem it on the same jump. Goodbye, Tim. You don't die.
I don't know, that was a pretty sick combo. He still, going for the safe jump instead. I think it could have put him really close. I would have attempted it if I was Mayday, but it's also good to just create a setup if you're not sure if it's going to kill.
Exactly, yeah. No, but I was definitely wrong. That should have killed. Yeah, there was absolutely the resources and HP on the table to kill. And checking on the other side, this is a loser side qualifier into the top 96. Now Mayday, 1 round away from doing so, checks you with the shoulder with a 6XL. We're back over to this East Coast corner like we've seen time and time before. Counter hit heavy coming out from Mayday, and it should be a clean kill confirmed straight into the super. Let's see it with a clean 2-0.
Yeah, that was probably one of the...
I'm sure he's watching from the stream as we speak, but we are gonna be watching some Avatar Belial after all, not just for the button check. Zoe is back up to the stand. No intros to be seen. We got Yabai versus Dom.
Yeah, both of these just kind of like a common Japanese word you'd expect, right? It's like, oh, that's so Yabai, and then I was like,
we got like an onomatopoeia on the other side too, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was actually, maybe I'm a little hungry. I was thinking of like
Katsudon.
Katsudon.
Dude, Udon is so good, man. Even the worst Udon is, you can't be bad.
But Yabai looking a little bit Yabai here.
Yeah.
Getting hit as Dawn is hungry for the round.
Yeah, hungry to try and tie up this life lead, right? We have SSPA available, and especially with spending that second VP. I don't know, man. That super basically means both of these gamers are at 1 touch territory. That ends here. The spinning slasher is so high.
Came out just before the invincibility first. Catches the DP. You are so dead. It's looking Yabai.
Oh no, dude. It was looking so in Yabai's favor as well, right? We were in that East Coast corner for so long. We just needed the 1 more touch. But Brave counter into, putting you in 1-touch territory. Definitely terrifying for Avatar Belial. You can never count his opponent.
Yes. I mean, I guess you can't really count him out either, but definitely his opponent, it's not over until they are on their last life point, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Until Avatar is on 0. Ooh, nice awareness. The 2L from Avatar Belial is actually -4. He can chain out of it, but if you read the disrespect, just like reading the special cancel, getting that super. This is a cool sound effect too. I wish I could make that noise with my mouth.
That was insane for sure.
Sweep.
Yeah, don't get chip damage point as well. Good spot dodges coming out from Dom, but it's not enough. We got the laser eye beam to tie up the rounds.
Running into that optic blast. Yabai kind of warming back up. This is always a stressful thing. I'm interested to know if this is also a loser's match, right?
I think so. It is.
Avatar, probably the scariest character to ever fight in any bracket, but especially with your tournament life on the line.
Exactly. You're in a loser's top 96 qualifier, and you see on the other side Avatar Belial. You're like, oh, he's got low ass health. I can just kill him. And then you're like, wait a minute. When is the last time I played against Avatar Belial?
I think low health is a imagined weakness of characters, man.
Yeah.
It's not low health if you're also low health, you know?
That is
he just makes everyone die faster, himself included.
Yeah, he has like a 1.2x multiplier on the game speed here, but 1 last touch was what we needed for the first game on Dom's side.
Yeah, it's looking kind of Yabai here.
Yeah.
Yabai used in the generic umbrella term to both mean good or bad.
Which is very funny.
That's awesome.
There we go. What's 1 projectile to 5? A single dragon not going to be enough to keep Avatar Belial at bay.
Ooh, going for another throw bait right there. I like Dawn looking for that throw situation, opting not to go for a tech, instead going for the jump forward. Get the most reward that you can off of being right if you are.
So we definitely a little whiff on the 2L, but it's okay. We still got the stand light afterwards. VC for VC, and we walk out the spinning slash.
Both players running low on resources here and getting kind of scary. I feel like next hit is going to kill for both players.
Yeah, exactly.
Scary whip here. Oh, not the BC! It's minus on block. All you had to do was hold it. But Dawn taking the round and going to set point.
Yeah, you saw the stimulus of your character's block animation. You were like, it's my time to shine. I'm already gonna die, right? And then you're like, wait, why?
Well, now I'm
there?
definitely dead.
I know, I'm definitely gonna die. Set point Dawn.
See if Yabai can pull anything out of the pocket here. Ooh!
Yeah, we were talking about this at the top of the set as well. The armor on that dash heavy.
Yeah, just barely clipping the bottom of the flight, actually.
Yeah.
So unfortunate for Yabai. Now Yabai stuck in Zoe, jailed, the dragons, so much pressure.
Yep.
Just a little bit of meter to work with here.
Ooh, up back into the eye laser. We're back in with the dive. Command grab coming out from Yabai. Meter available as well, but SSBA is lethal from Dawn, which is so scary to leave any gap in your pressure.
Yeah, Yabai took the momentum. Oh, no! Yes! No punish.
Oh my
That
god.
was so scary.
Okay, also run up throw is scary. I know we're staring at that SSBA, but Dawn not willing to spend. Yabai still in it for at least one more round.
Yeah, Yabai taking it off that safe jump. Dawn just walking low or trying to mash out. Was not quite ready for the situation. There's the optic blast. And we're plus, spending the HP to be plus. We're getting in there.
Yep, I see it now. Oh, hold on. 668.
668, just a big thorn in Yabai's side here. But the M Fireball doing Yabai's maxes against Dawn here.
Deep dash after the dive. Just gonna spend the 50 for the ultimate DP though. It's Zoe's turn now.
With one into throw, it's really scary.
Yep.
Yabai's close to the corner. Next hit might actually be able to kill though.
Yeah, pretty low on the dragon gauge as well here, but I mean we've seen so many opportunities for you know, projectile wars to be won in Avatar Belial's favor, so seeing a lot less of the L Dragon.
Yeah, this last pixel of the gauge also. Scary run up throw.
Yeah,
This
we
last
didn't see
pixel
it
of the gauge should give access to like 50 more L Dragons. But a nice shimmy right here into the crouch confirm. All the way to the corner, no!
Oh no, you needed that SSBA, but this is all you need. Keep it simple, raging strike, please. Okay.
Yabai tying it up. It's so Yabai.
I'm sweating over here, man. I'm not even the one in the losers qualifier. I'm not even the one game away from getting knocked out or surviving to losers top 96, and I'm fighting for my life. My heart rate
Living
is
vicariously through though.
yeah. Get out. Okay.
There's
Nice.
the punish. I like it. Into the full corner carry. A little bit of respect.
Belial, yeah. Ooh, 6XL.
You know what's crazy? That fireball did so much damage. Like just raw, because he has so low health. And I guess it kind of matters.
Yep. But again, the fireballs just stopped in their tracks with all the spikes.
And fireball doing so much for Yabai. And there's the hit into the confirm into the 6U.
Hold on now.
Yabai now on sub point.
We got our packed follow-up for the kill. Yabai 1 round away.
Battle 2.
Still a combo to these players, not out of the woods just yet.
The composure required right here to play Avatar Belial to pilot this character in this situation. Stuck in the corner against Zoe. You need to find a way out. Ooh, back to the mid screen.
Waited out, stall.
I like Yabai's fireball usage, but it does cost a little bit of health every time you use that ultimate fireball. The HP values are kind of even here.
Yeah, the HP adding up, but sends it with the ultimate pack. We're straight on through with the TP. How dare you try and zone me out?
Yeah, catches that ultimate fireball. Oh, no!
Oh no, it's
Not what you
anti-aired off
wanna
of the faded
see.
frame counter.
It
Dawn
came
didn't
down
even
so
react to that.
fast too. We hate to see it. Nobody wants to watch that happen, man.
Right idea. Okay, final game, final round. Ooh,
Nice
still able
block
to
right
block
there.
time.
Not quite a punish this time. Yeah. Just a little bit not ready, but we're still plus.
Yeah, for dash heavy, that armor through the optic laser.
Using a lot of resources here from Yabai, but mashing out with the close medium. I like it. Gives you more time to confirm the head. And taking all that corner carry, what's the mix up?
Our confirm is slowly killing us though.
Getting on chase back to the corner.
Take your turn back. Reversal SBA is lethal for Dawn, but you have to find the perfect time to do it. You'd be betting your life on it if you do.
Catches the fuzzy mash right here. It's a crouch hit too. Has enough meter. Will they spend it? Is this gonna be enough?
Goes heavy straight into the SSPA as long as the drop
boost. And there it is, Yabai kills with the dubstep finish, taking it, moving on. Gone, unfortunately, out of the tournament. Yabai clutching it out. You could hear it from all the way in the back.
Between what I expect when I press the button and then the visual stimulus that accompanies it, and how that looks like on the setup. So I'm very surprised when people do that on other characters, but I guess when you've played a lot of the cast as well and you're familiar with it, you know, just playing casuals with your friends, you can get that same kind of feel. That being said, feeling like an EX extinction from around start here. We got Vaseraga on the side of DJ Turbo, immediately running Char down, but does get back into that West Coast.
And there's that 5-year I was talking about. No DP to respond to it. Going immediately into Raging Strike. DJ Turbo kind of running out of resources now. Yeah. We're plus, but going for the command grab reversal.
Go. Soul Forge.
Too many hits on the DP, not quite able to armor through it with the life-crushing slash.
Watch a lot of my multi-hit DP. Oh no, Fate's on the Brave counter too.
It's always like frustrating as a player fighting Zero, right? Like this 2-4M is like plus on block, and it's also kind of slow. So you block it and you're just like, dang, I really couldn't react to that. Yeah. And then the second one comes and you're still angry over the first one, that the second one just counter hits you and then you die.
You're residually pissed off and you're getting like you're getting rage baited into 50%. You're like, wait, hold up. Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
While dodging the JM. Getting out the corner with a BC, but here's a huge ultimate extinction into a nice little corner combo. Hard knockdown, gets the armor, but UDP takes him out of it.
Yeah, armoring through the re-instinction, but ends up just getting run up on.
There's the 5-year once again. Watch out.
On the Soul Forge.
Don't get rage baited. Yeah,
okay, he didn't do it again. Yeah. Tackle out of the corner at least.
Out of Soul Forge here and also getting comboed as well, but is going to have probably like 2 more touches to live. There's, oh, they didn't get a touch right there. One more touch for Char catches the 2H.
Okay, you're not going to get super off this. Ended up just spending a mini area to get our corner carry up here.
Empty jump, and Charger is able to use that to take the first game. Not too convincingly, though. I feel like it was pretty close. DJ Turbo was showing a lot. Just needs to stay composed. The worst thing that you can do is panic against Zero.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Char is doing a good job of calling out some of these brave counter timings, both with 2 and 4M and with you know, jump forward as well, in ways that are, you know, opening up DJ when it matters the most.
Going into that 5-year immediately. Just wants that install against Vaseraga. Maybe really scary. Empty low. Woo!
Oh my god, good jump. Yeah.
Not quite enough to kill. Probably getting one more touch here.
Oh,
into the cross up.
Yep. No guard button check.
Left, right, every side.
Waited out. Oh, I was wondering if that was going to go through, but we got the tackle to pull on through. DJ Turbo not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, not the thing about armoring right there, right, is your HP is already so low that any armor that is actually absorbed, you probably just die anyway. So you might as well go for the best Oki that you can get in that situation.
Exactly.
But you know, like sometimes you just play boss for so many games that it becomes like second nature to try to get that armor.
Yeah, and then you look at the HP situation. Oh my god, we've gotten installed so many times from Char, all but unstoppable from Graceview.
Totally draining DJ Turbo's resources and patience, spending out that BP once again. Oh, huge anti-air command grab.
Dude, it is 20 seconds in the round and we're already both down to 1 diamond. I cannot count how fast that we've spent our brave points.
Enough, Grand Blue, let's kill each other.
It's true. All right, Soul Forge set. Got a good amount of HP to work with.
Nice punish with the throw. Is aware that back to the corner, you are able to punish the tackle there.
All right, good luck, DJ. Swept up off your feet to you with 100-meter behind it. Char is going to be moving on to the next round, and DJ Turbo pulls in for the hug. He said,